It's March.
It's Metroid.
It's the March of Metroid.
It's the March of Metroid, brought to you by Zero Kirby.
2015.
What?
Or 2025.
Where are we? What? Whoa!
What year is it?
Marchroid time.
2012. So,
2015.
So,
listen, man.
Yeah, we're kicking things off the March of Metroid with AM2R, which stands for Another Metroid 2 Remake. The Return of Samus. The reason we're playing AM2R instead of the original Metroid 2 or the official Metroid 2 Remake, Samus Returns. The original Metroid 2 is an original Game Boy game, like the black and white Game Boy. And
yes.
It's genuinely still pretty good, honestly, considering, the limitations and whatnot. It's actually even better than the NES game. But it is a Game Boy game.
It is. If you're playing it on a Game Boy, the aesthetics, the vibe, the ambiance of playing on a Game Boy adds to the experience. When you start playing it on a 4K monitor,
it's
where pixels are now the size of football fields.
It's a
little tricky.
And also, as much as I do like Metroid 2, the soundtrack is not great. There's like a couple bangers in it, but then there's a couple eardrum bangers, as in
I want to die.
And then of course, Samus Returns, the 3DS remake, is also very good, but I don't have a method for recording 3DS games very effectively outside of emulation, and emulating 3DS games can be a little hinky sometimes, especially because it is one that actually did use the touchscreen for some things. So, figured we'd go with AM2R, which is a fan-made remake, and the title is kind of taken on a double meaning, because originally it was called Another Metroid 2 Remake because back in the day, everybody was trying to remake Metroid 2. Because, after Zero Mission came out and, brought the original Metroid into modern times and did it very, very good, everybody's like, when we're going to get Metroid 2 Remake? When we going to get a Metroid 2 Remake? When we going to get a Metroid 2 Remake? And enough people
I get it!
Enough people just said, fine, I'll do it myself.
Fine.
And, this was another Metroid 2 remake, because there were several at one point in time. Funnily enough, this is, I think, the only one that made it to completion, because, all the others fizzled out, because making a Metroid fan game is tricky. Because, it's Metroidvanias require a lot of effort. But now, since there is an official Metroid 2 remake, here's another one. So it's very funny, and there are some interesting parallels between this and Samus Returns, made by Mercury Steam, which we'll get into a little bit when they come up. But basically, this is just what if Metroid 2 got the Zero Mission treatment, and it's very good.
Sick.
Head developer is Dr. M64. There were a few other people that worked on it, but his name is the biggest in association with the game. He eventually went on to work for Moon Studios and was a level designer for Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Hell yeah, good on ya, Milton Gusati.
Yep. I've heard you could easily mod your 3DS to take ROMs and stuff. That's probably the best option. Hello, Pixel Grip. And also, yes, I have modded my 3DS. It's just recording it is a little tricky. So.
That's the part that you get to that weird part. It's like modding it is one thing, but then being able to do it in a live streamable format in a recording sense and also a presentation sense, that's where it gets weird. But hey, we have found our alternatives. We're here with AM2R, the return of Samus.
Absolutely. All right.
Also, yeah, I do have to make a comment about that because it is funny how you mentioned that AM2R is kind of taken on its own turn because everybody was trying to make their own Metroid 2 remake. Kind of like how everybody had a comic called Just Another Day.
Yes.
So what'd you do?
Another Metroid 2 remake. another Metroid 2 remake. Another.
Oh my god, that'd be so funny if they did like a 3D version. AM2R 3D.
That would be amazing. All right.
Oh my god. Let's do this. Also, may I see the game?
Yes, you may, because I have just finally opened it up, so I'm about to stream it to you right now. Found out about you guys from EPC's Chicory video. Hell yes! Since I just played that into my hyperfixation.
Hell yeah!
Watch your VOD streams of Chicory. Comedy gold for a beautiful game. It is!
Ooh. Hello, Pixel Grip. Welcome in. What a fantastic time to join in for a month-long event of the March of Metroid.
Of epic proportions.
And don't worry, we're still the same two chuckleheads that played Chicory 4 years ago.
You're in for a good time. So
good.
So this is not the version that Dr. M64 released finally, because that was like taken out. Nintendo wrecked it like a day after it got posted, which is most unfortunate, of course. Like, dang. But a group called the Community Developers have since taken it upon themselves to build further on this game and enhance it. So, like, for example, the original version of the game, it was in 4:3. Now, it's, with the community update, it's in widescreen.
Oh.
100% file at 420. Nice.
Wow. Nice.
That's how pro I am. They also added like additional difficulty modes and also a randomizer and a bunch of other things as well. We're just going to play on normal.
Right. And the added benefit where you can add pinstriping to Samus's power suit, where she has flames spray painted on her legs to make it look like she's going faster.
Oh my god. Okay, if you did that with the fusion suit version of Samus, she would look almost exactly like Megas.
Hell yeah. Speaking of old stream VODs, watch your Klonoa streams, and watching the Klonoa 2 stream, plan on going through your other streams like KH1 and 2. Oh, have fun. Oh, Lord.
I guess it was a good thing I finally uploaded all those VODs.
Just huge. All that everything. All right. What's all this about?
So, Metroids. The space pirates used them to fuck things up. So the Galactic Federation is like, dude, we got to get rid of these things. It's a bad scene all around. So here's Samus. Hey guys, I'm going to SR-388. What horrors await me within the depths of their home world?
I say that every time I go to my in-laws' house. I'm kidding. I'm not married.
Aw.
Aw? What do you mean, aw? What?
I mean, hey, look at this. This is Samus. So what started this alliterative tradition? Technically, I started it back in, like, 2016 when I was still running my review blog. And I just decided to dedicate a whole month to reviewing the 2D Metroid games. And just kind of ever since then, I've decided to use March to focus my hyperfixation on Metroid.
because, what's better than you two aren't married yet? I'm in a relationship. My partner will be in here shortly. No, but it's funny because, again, of all the people to have, like you say, to fixate on your hyperfixation, because, taking a magnifying glass to a giant gaseous planet like the sun, that's fine.
Yeah.
At one point in time, Kirby once gave us the entire breakdown of the story of the entirety of the Metroid series. And I mean, I get it. I completely understand what's going on, but it definitely was a circumstance where just like, I thought she's a lady in space fighting jellyfish.
Well, I mean, that
Her
is part of that is a correct statement, but it lacks nuance.
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct. Also, thank you, EPZ, for apparently being the only person who decided to make a YouTube analysis video on Chicory, because some reason no one else to make analysis video on Chicory because people don't have taste. There's a few of them out there. There's a few people talking about the music and some of the ambient settings and whatnot, but with me, my hyperfixation is on storytelling, so...
Yeah.
And I'll get back to it eventually. Look at these effects, though.
Oh, yeah. So, this definitely benefits from, like, not being on, like, the Game Boy Advance like Zero Mission was. So this is able to make use of, like, a lot of really nice things, like alpha effects and, like, particles and all that sort of thing. That, like, I mean, they probably could have done on the Game Boy Advance in some ways, but this is just really nice. The art direction is sort of a mishmash of Zero Mission and Fusion. There are a bunch of original sprites for, like, enemies and whatnot, and I think Samus has a decent number of original sprites as well, even though they do use Zero Mission as a base. Mostly the colors have been changed because it's not on the Game Boy Advance screen. Also... Oh my god!
What the hell is that?
This is an Alpha Metroid.
Ew.
It's dead. So...
The timing of that was incredible. It's dead!
So, the story of Metroid Return of Samus. Essentially, after the events of the original Metroid, the Galactic Federation are like, Metroids are bad, we should just blow them up. Blow them all up. We're gonna send a military team to SR-388, the Metroid homeworld, to do that. We lost contact with that team. We're gonna send a rescue team to rescue them. We lost contact with that team. Samus, do you mind?
Help! Help!
Samus doesn't mind, indeed.
The
thing about Metroids is that they evolve... Ooh. Also, we're getting some earthquakes. And also, my controller is rumbling. There you go.
You just press it to the microphone and give everybody way too much sensory overload.
Largely flooded.
It's fire earthquake!
Largely flooded by an extremely dense and caustic substance similar to magma.
Oh.
So that lava... That lava we saw earlier wasn't lava or magma. It's just very much like it.
So, is it kind of like a mud volcano?
I guess either way, it just means we can't go in it because it'll kill us.
Real hot mud.
So, Metroids, as we've covered in many previous streams, they evolve and grow based on their environment. So that Alpha Metroid we saw, you only get Alpha Metroids if you raise your Metroids on SR-388. And Zebesian Metroids, they have a different evolution system. Talon Metroids, they have a different evolution system. Like, Phase Metroids, like, different... Eevee's Metroid? Yes! Exactly.
I don't like that. That's a haunting thought that you've just put in my head.
If you raise your friendship with a Metroid and to the maximum, depending on what time of day you level it up at, or if it knows a fairy type move, it'll evolve into one of 3 different Metroids.
Because now in my head, my brain automatically completed and thought of the term Metreon, and I don't even think that even sounds that off.
Look, if they ever added like a Metroid-inspired Pokemon to the games, that's how you get me back into Pokemon forever.
He said, knowing full damn well that we're playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
So, anyway, at first, like, the whole reasoning behind SR388 Metroids evolving into Alpha Metroids, it's just a funny quirk of Metroid evolution. Samus Returns, the 3DS remake, kinda sorta has like a little bit of lore that implies that it's due to a very specific energy that's found on SR388 called Aeon, which is also used for some of Samus's abilities in that game and also in Dread, which we'll be playing later this month.
Yes.
But in essence, it's sort of explained why SR388 Metroids evolve the way they do.
Oh.
Now, you kind of have to infer it, because it doesn't like say it outright in text or in a scan log. Like, you get an image that shows like Metroids eating like yellow energy and transforming, and a bunch of Chozo in the background going, "Oh fuck, what's going on?"
Oh my god! Oh my god, dude!
What is this?
This guy is just fucking wrecking me! That's off topic. I bought Chicory for like 5 friends the other day when it went on sale. Dude, the same. Granted, I think I've bought Chicory for like 6 or 7 people at this point.
I know I'm
Believe me, I get it. I know you are. It's the reason why we played it.
Yeah!
We need to play this game. Don't ask why.
Why?
Just let me put it in the console. Let me put it in the console. Get off me!
What console? This is a PC.
I'm trying to stick the Switch game cartridge into the SD card slot. No. Shh, it'll work.
Still haven't played Chicory. Skip most of the stream to try and keep spoiler free. We will keep that in mind.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Highly recommend. None of us in this chat are biased at all.
Because I know for a fact both you and E are going to love that game. But now I'm on Monster Hunter Wilds, so I have no time to play. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fair.
That's
fair.
Completely valid. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. And I know a lot of folks personally who once Monster Hunter Wilds came out, it was a situation which was like, I'm married, but not right now.
Well, I mean, Cyan has Monster Hunter Wilds because they're married.
Well, shit.
I'm annoyed that furries haven't jumped on Chicory. It's so perfect for us. It's gay. You can succumb to the furry urge to become dog. There is Benoy girlfriend. I mean...
Well, yeah.
Do I count? Because I played it before I played it
Made
before
the move
actualized. Over? Yeah.
Before you before your grand metamorphosis. You know what it is? You know what? No, fuck it, Kirby. You know what happened to you?
What?
You straight up got roboticized.
Oh my god.
Think about it. You became Cheetah Man, and then, only then, did you then get the robot bits.
This is true.
Can't believe it.
I can't believe Uncle Chuck.
Uncle Chuck. Uncle Chuck. Kirby is the most platonic cat boy of all time.
You know what? Fuck you, actualizes your furry.
Oh wait, no, I have a button for that. Yeah, when you went into the actual roboticizer, rather than there being all this clunky noises and all this weird stuff and whatnot, nah, dude, you got in there and just straight up they flipped the switch and just. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, he looks cool.
This is awesome.
You
Can't go in
managed
there
to
yet.
link my iPad to the Stream Deck to use as an art tablet for the game. A bit wonky and lag, but it works. Hey, it's something.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
I've been meaning to actually do that.
Yeah, for me, it was when I played it. I just played it on my actual like drawing monitor, and that was an experience.
Oh yeah.
You thought I was gonna do the Shazam with the cat? Oh, sorry.
There we go. Perfect.
For those who don't know, the running joke with that one is that it's the wizard who lives across the street who has an evil sorcerer cat, and they fight in the lawn constantly. Wilfred! Wilfred, they're on the first! Oh god, they're back out there again!
It's all because I'm absolutely sure Kirby said multiple times, "I'm not a furry, but," and those are the deaf words. Yeah.
I
Oh my
just
God.
like drawing them. Margaret, they're turning the cat into a protogen again! A what? A protogen, it's like a robot furry thing! What's a furry? Oh shit.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Do y'all know about the limited run release of the game? Yes, most of us bought it the moment it became available.
Yes.
Literally, the moment it became available, like somebody put, I think it might have been me, who was just like, yeah, at 3 o'clock in the morning being like, look at it, it's available.
The game. Huh.
Like John Panette, I just walked into the restaurant and pointed, ah!
Ooh.
It's the first thing I've had to request as a holiday gift in years. Also, there's the explosion effects here, also fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Look
there's
at the bits.
the physics objects, gibs and everything, or jibs. I don't know what do you call them, but yeah, it's very cool.
John Panette reference, good taste, good sir. Hell yeah, we got another John Panette fan, Kirby.
Oh my god!
This is amazing. This is amazing. Pixel, you're going to fit in here swimmingly.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the brain cell.
Disney World is definitely the best place to be in August. Oh man. That's funny as hell. It seems crazy, but I definitely think that adding the John Panette I'm Starving special comedy show to the Weedo watch list for everybody would be really funny.
Oh yeah.
So that folks could
Absolutely.
finally understand what references you and I have been making for years.
All right, let's see if I can do this. Cause, oh, hang on.
I'll put it in there. I'll put it in there, Ice. Thank you.
Come on.
Never heard of the game before that point. Saw the game, thought it looked cute. Saw rave reviews, thought I'd check it out. Saw Leonard Rain did the soundtrack and collector's edition soundtrack for Leonard Rain. Sign me the fuck up!
There we go. Did it.
A Birdman.
Yep. So this is the Golden Temple, which when we entered this area, there was actually a little bit of text on the screen in the style of Other M. That's like the one reference this game makes to Other M is like the quote-unquote electronic text sort of thing. Yep. But also, because this game was made by Metroid fans, there are like sequence break things that you can do in this game. Like earlier, I did like a single wall jump to get on top and over the building. There's also, of course, infinite bomb jumping and that sort of thing. This game also has a New Game Plus feature, where if you really want to,
Ooh.
We also
Ball.
Yep. Metroid 2. The original Metroid 2 on the Game Boy is actually the progenitor of a lot of like traditional Metroid items, like the space jump, the spider ball, which doesn't really appear in the 2D Metroid games again until Dread kind of brings it back, sort of. But the spider ball is used a lot throughout the Prime series. But also, Metroid 2 is it's where Samus's Variasuit shoulder pads came from. Because on the Game Boy, you only got so many colors to work with. 4. So they couldn't just change the color of Samus's suit to differentiate between the regular power suit and the Variasuit. So they added shoulder pads. And it's stuck.
What Metroid game have you played the most times?
Metroid Prime.
That makes the most sense, yes.
Because it is my favorite game of all time.
When he found out that that there was Prime Remastered, I could hear him screaming across the ethos.
This is a true story. I was at work, and I found out, because I got, like, texts saying, oh my god, Metroid Prime Remastered is a thing, it's gonna be real. I went over to my boss, and I said, I need to go buy a Nintendo eShop gift card right now.
I gotta go. I'll be right back.
This is something
I'm not asking for permission.
This is something I have to do. I gotta go!
I gotta go! I gotta get out there!
I gotta get out there! Sir, I need to go. This is important for the current timeline.
Yeah.
This is the sacred timeline.
EPC with the Klonoa remaster, cries at work. Kirby with the Prime remaster, cries at work.
Yes, absolutely, yes.
It was so funny. Like, I'm so happy that I walked into the break room bathroom and just no one was there to actually hear me, like, cry. Because, like, I don't...
This is the timeline where we began it if I get this game.
Yeah. Also, fun fact for you, Pixel. We played the original Kirby Door to Phantomile. Like, we were... Oh, sorry. We were go... I know where I am. I know where I am. I'm aware of who I am. And you know what? We're talking about split timelines. It's fine. Yeah. Klonoa Door to Phantomile. And we were supposed to play it on a certain day, but for one reason or another, we couldn't do it. Lo and behold, the day after our original scheduled day came the announcement of the Fantasy Reverie Remaster Collection. That was one of the that was one of the first ever instances of us specifically having to ask ourselves, like, do we have a mole in our Discord? This is ridiculous. There have been so many times where by sheer happenstance we'll watch a movie, watch a show, play a game and whatnot, and within that small window of opportunity of us, you know, entertaining ourselves with this piece of media, something else happens. We literally watched the movie Groundhog's Day the same week as Groundhog's Day. And for those who don't know, specifically Pixel, in case, because fun tidbit, we have this giant collection of movies and shows that we put on an enormous wheel and we spin it randomly to see what we're going to watch. And it just so happened that Groundhog's Day landed on the same week as Groundhog's Day this year. Huh?
Ah.
Shit's crazy. I feel like there's been a few other like game situations that have been like that as well. I'm trying to remember what they were off the top of my head. Shaky, shaky.
Yep. I actually want to bring something up. The original Metroid 2 also actually did a really good job of like environmental storytelling, especially for the Game Boy, because the whole oeuvre of the game is you got to go around, you got to exterminate all the Metroids. To exterminate all the Metroids, you got to hunt them down. And you find them by exploring, and when you find these little shells of like the Metroid larvae, that lets you know, oh, there's a Metroid nearby. Which, the fact that they were able to do that on the original Game Boy to like help you like navigate and find all your targets, it's very impressive.
Yeah. Good job on them, really. It's like very impressive to see how exactly that gets brought forward like that.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm seeing a lot of broken eggs. And the game's already taught me that this means something. I'm on edge.
Also, you may notice that the game can be a little inconsistent about the screen transitions. For example, in this area here, even though it's widescreen, we're going to transition, like, right there. That is because the game was originally developed in 4x3. So it's able to adapt some of the, like, wider rooms so that the screen transitions are actually on the edges of the screen. But for, like, rooms like that, single-cell rooms, it will either hide with walls or just extend them out a little bit. It can create a bit of a weird effect, but I think it's worth it for, like, the widescreen enhancement. Also, here's a new boss fight that wasn't in the original game.
Oh, dear. Hello. What even is it?
It's some sort of security robot.
I see.
Yeah. You just gotta pay attention to what color the eyes flash, and that'll tell you what attack it's about to use.
Oh, look, it is a... Ah!
Oh. But you also gotta use missiles on it, because otherwise... Oh, come on. Oh, ouch.
Oh my god!
Boom. Also, another carryover from the Prime games that they added to this is that you could use the charge beam to draw in pickups, which is very handy.
Appreciated.
I think Samus Returns and then later Dread, they just do away with having to pick them up completely, and pickups are just automatically drawn into you when you defeat an enemy. But still, it's nice.
Hey, you know what? Small things.
Yeah. Are you human? Thousands of lasers spawn. Well, I mean, this is a Chozo colony world, so actually they'd want to check if I'm bird.
Let me see your feathers. No feathers. Are you bald?
Actually,
yes.
I was adopted into Chozo society.
Ah. Starts like it's one of those situations like, oh, adopted. Oh. And then immediately tries to like be coy about it and starts being Chozoan. Not understanding that Samus knows it perfectly well. Played Prime for the first time when the remaster came out. Great game. I could see why it's so loved. My only complaint was that the endgame fetch quest that brought the pacing to a halt gave me ending blue balls.
See, yeah, that is definitely fair for like a first time playthrough. That does kind of grind the game to a halt. I will say I've gotten kind of used to just picking everything up as the game goes on, because I just have encyclopedic knowledge of that game at this point.
Yes.
I just know where everything is.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a first time playthrough, I can see how that is frustrating, for sure. I will say...
Man's built different.
I will say Prime 2 is a little bit worse about it, because in that one, you literally can't pick up some of the endgame keys until the end of the game, so...
Yeah. Sounds like me in KH1 with Wonderland. I know where everything is, so it doesn't bother me, but God, it sucks the first time. Yes! Yes, it does. The song from Wonderland haunts me. Yeah. And it's the fact that it's like one of the shortest songs in the entirety of the soundtrack, so it loops even faster.
And you spend so much time there.
I'm going insane!
And there's still a chance of losing that trial even if you got everything. Yes.
Yes. Song
it's
of
an
nightmares.
Kangaroo court. Oh!
No! Got stuck on Wonderland for a year and didn't beat it until my older brother's friend lent me the strategy guide, which I used to beat the game, and accidentally broke halfway through because Giant Ursula is a bitch of a boss.
Oh yeah, Ursula sucks.
You're very tasty.
So here's a very cool thing about another Metroid 2 remake, is that in the original game, like each of the large areas, they kind of have an aesthetic, but it's vague, because of course there's no like text or anything like throughout the game. This game goes out of its way to recontextualize each area as sort of as a specific Chozo facility. So the Golden Temple, you know, a place for like Chozo like worship or stuff like that, towards the like upper crust, or like in a area where it's actually open to the sky. This has become a hydro station, so like a water purification plant. It also, once we actually get into the hydro station, has like the best track in the game.
Sure. Also, Pixel, if you're going to eventually start watching our Kingdom Hearts VODs and whatnot, boy howdy, I can't wait for you to get to the part where we totally went to Atlantica.
Yes, we definitely did Atlantica in Kingdom Hearts 2. It was definitely a thing that we did, and I'm saying it that way because we did it.
Uh-huh. It was really real. Remember that time the gummy ship broke reality?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we're talking about KH2 Atlantica, not KH1, man. Atlantica,
nah, yeah. Two. Oh my god. Look at them parallaxing, man. Good god.
Oh yeah, this is... I love the hydro station. It's very good.
Yeah.
And definitely part of it is the music in this area, which I've mentioned before that the original Metroid 2 doesn't have like the best soundtrack, but in particular, like it really only has like 5 songs. Do you get up on the hydro's back in this game? Well, that's what I'm doing right now.
God damn it.
But for AM2R, they actually created a bunch of remixes based on other Metroid tracks for the different areas of this game. This music track is a remix of the Green Brinstar theme from Super Metroid, which was also kind of remixed for the Talon Overworld Depths theme in Metroid Prime.
Oh.
Oop. And if it sounds familiar to anybody, it's because I also use it whenever I'm playing Ocarina of Time and I'm in the Water Temple.
Yeah, that's why it was sounding familiar. Okay. Gotcha.
Have y'all watched the Prime retrospective from Liam Triforce? Recommend it? I have not, actually. I need to.
I don't even know who that is.
A YouTuber? I haven't watched any of his videos. Oh!
Oh!
Hey!
Ew! Look at this teenage mutant. Look at this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ass boss.
I can't believe we're fighting Rocksteady.
Well, no, this is more like Secret of the Ooze. Like this. What? Oh god, Toka and Razor. I think that's what their names were. Oh god, no, Dylan.
Sorry.
What happened to you?
We gotta kill Dylan. I'm sorry, Luna.
Oh. Not my Dylan.
Sorry.
This isn't my boy. That's not my baby.
Ooh.
Jesus, stop it.
If Arachnus looks familiar to anybody, it's because he shows up in Metroid Fusion as a boss fight. He's also interesting in that he's like one of the few... he's like one of the only... Oh, also Spring Ball, yeah! Very handy. He's like one of the only 2D Metroid bosses that actually focuses on using the Morph Ball. Like, you have to use it in Metroid 2 to defeat him. But, like, the Morph Ball isn't really used in combat in the 2D Metroid games at all. So I find Arachnus is just very interesting to me.
Right. Well, it was all... He became different when House Atreides showed up. Such a strange reference, my bad.
Whoop, there's a Metroid in there. I saw the shell and everything.
Dune reference. Ooh. Love me some Dune. Dang, Pixel, we're just doing a marathon here for you, aren't we?
All the greatest hits.
Yeah. Hans Zimmer intensifies. Good heavens. I did not know Arachnus was from ROS, not Fusion first.
Oh yeah. Originally shows up in this area in the first Metroid 2.
Yeah. Hans Zimmer, my beloved. Deep lore.
Deep lore. I mean, to be fair, like, Metroid 2 on the Game Boy is... I feel like it's one of the more easily skippable Metroid titles. I mean, I didn't play it for a very long time. I think it's... like, I did get a copy of the game on the original Game Boy because I found it at Al's Music up in Federal Way. Which, I think that building burned down like a few years ago, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate.
But it was a good place to find some, like...
Al's Music.
Yeah! Cyan knows what I'm talking about, and I knew Cyan would know what I'm talking about. Because it did, but they relocated. Aces. Excellent. I wonder if they still have, like, a good, like, retro game selection, because I know they did, like, last time I was there.
Al's Music Shop, I remember that place.
Oh,
Pixel.
don't tell me we got another Seattleite in here.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Are you
I'm gonna lose
us?
my marbles.
Oh,
not Seattle.
Oh,
no, okay. Washington. Oh, California. Okay.
Fox, do you know about Hellboy?
Fox just drop kicks the two of us out of the way.
I need to tell you about Hellboy.
Teria! I did go to Seattle for My Little Pony convention last year, though. Hey! They're still doing pony cards?
I'd be more surprised if they weren't.
Yeah. I know about Owlboy, but I've yet to play it or own it. Well, Pixel, have we got 2 people in this call right now, or at least in the chat, who are very excited to tell you more information?
We're trying to reach you.
Twins, take it away!
We're trying to reach you about your car's extended Owlboy.
Oh, I didn't have that umbrella insurance. I can't play Owlboy. Oh, it's okay. It's bundled with your homeowner's insurance. What?
We can't keep you from becoming your parents, but we can let you play Owlboy.
But we can make your parents play Owlboy. Oh my god. Ask your Texans if Owlboy is right for you. Extended Owlboy is just a really stretched out image of Otis. Oh my god. Opinions about the best Disney movie ever made? Elaborate. Oh my god. We are okay. This is amazing. This is incredible. Oops. Samus get flushed down the toilet. Oh my god. But our homeowner's insurance comes with the live action Mulan. Red, shut up. Shut up.
Oh. Red, you know what you've done.
No! No! I heard Metroid. Hi, Billy.
Hi. Here's a Metroid. We're shooting it. A whole bunch.
Ah. Ah. So aggressive. For the record, I do mean the original Lion King, not that god-awful CG remake. They're gonna fit in just fine around here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. We got a Discord server. EBZ once had a 2 to 3 hour long rant about how bad the live action Mulan is. Yeah, multiple times. I've had multiple multi-hour long rants about the live action Mulan film. At one point in time, I literally was explaining to Kirby during a Batman Arkham game where we just started talking about just one scene in particular. And the two of us just collectively lost our minds with just how dumb this one scene was. It was so stupid. I'm not going to go into it because it would take me forever, and I don't feel like having another conniption today.
Well, then instead, let's talk about that neat effect where Samus's suit changed to the Various suit. I like that the game goes black and white, like the original Game Boy game for that bit. And it kind of sort of recreates the effect of just like gradually layering one sprite on top of the other, just with more effects. That's very cool. I like that a lot.
Nice. You'll love to see it.
Yeah. But also, now we got the shoulder pads.
Hell yeah. And
Also,
now we'll look super cool in our Zoot suit.
We will. Also, you can, in this, it's a feature from Super Metroid, you can just turn on and off the different items you have. You can turn off the charge beam, you can turn off the different, like, abilities. You can even turn off the power grip. So, like, you start the game with the power grip so you can, like, grab onto ledges and stuff. You can turn that off so that you're basically forced to wall jump off of everything in order to get height.
Interesting.
It's very cool.
Fuck you, turns off your suit.
Can we please talk about the game being played? No, I really don't mind us talking about all this other stuff because, like,
Fuck you, turns off your suit. Oh, you mean like Adam?
Oh no. Samus, I've authorized the power grip. Now you can actually grab onto things.
Oh.
Samus, I'm turning off the greaves in your suit. Just the greaves, so that you have to walk around barefoot. It'll be very funny.
Whoa!
Alright, for talking back, I'm turning off the arm cannon, too.
What?
Samus.
That's the whole thing!
I've authorized your ability to breathe.
Anthony's just like, isn't this a bit too far?
No.
No.
Don't question me, Anthony, or I'll start unauthorizing your suit items too.
Technically, you can't. I got special privileges.
Samus, I'm turning off their visor. You're blind now.
I can't see! Can't see!
Samus, just use echolocation. I heard you did that one time.
When? What are you talking about? I can't see. This is so bullshit.
I'm pretty sure I was supposed to find the high jump before ending up in this area, but you know what? It's fine. We'll manage.
Okay.
We're sequence breaking.
You want me to hyper jump, but I can't see. Gee whiz. Leap of faith in him.
There we go.
There we are.
Oops.
There. Oopsie daisies. There we go.
This is gonna be a little tricky, actually.
Well, it's all right.
Actually, duh.
Rollin', 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 right. Move 'em on, get 'em up, move 'em on, hit 'em up, move 'em on, right. Ride 'em up, right.
Donkey!
Rollin', 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 Sam is sealin', rollin', 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 she sticks. Oh,
Alright, here we go. Another alpha. This one has the wiggly legs, so it can dodge our shots. Once.
all it's got to do is just wiggle a bit. Wiggle a bit. I said wiggle a bit. Ah! Ah! Stop! Ah! Stop! Oh! Ah! Prickles! Ah! Oh!
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to just witness us from a far pixel and be entertained by our circus of gamers and artists.
Yes.
It's a proven fact that wiggly legs enhance your dodging.
It's true. I mean,
It's true, and I know it's...
Look at the scout from Team Fortress 2. Once upon a time, he had crazy legs, and he was really good at dodging.
That's how I got out of jury duty. I couldn't sit still. And the judge was like, get out of here.
You're being weird.
I'm being weird. I got wiggly legs.
Woo! This guy's got even wigglier legs. Look at him. He think he walking like people. Oh. Oh, he can do a ram attack as well. Oh, hey. Get back here, you.
Hi.
Got him.
How to dodge jury duty. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Forget dodging
he had running
jury
legs.
Duty. Yeah, forget dodging jury duty. I want to parry counter jury duty.
Right.
Go full Metal Gear Rising on it.
Oh. You walk up to the courthouse, you pick up the courthouse and fling it over your shoulder.
Come on.
Laws of nature!
See, now I'm just imagining, like, a version of Metal Gear Rising where you're playing as Phoenix Wright. And instead of hitting everything with your sword, you're just, like, pointing at everything.
Oh my god.
God damn it. I probably should have gotten the high jump before coming in here.
Well,
It's
I'm
okay.
sure it's fine.
We'll be fine. We're still good.
What's the name of the president from Revengeance?
Oh, Armstrong.
Armstrong, I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
The way that Phoenix Wright beats Armstrong is just by pointing at him and saying that he has diplomatic immunity, and the game just ends.
Okay, but hang on. There's an entire Ace Attorney case where diplomatic immunity is a very serious thing.
Oh God!
My extra
I don't know these
rights
things.
are too powerful to let this game end.
I don't know these things. Hello?
Oh,
ew!
It's a Gamma
Not
Metroid now.
Not a fan of that noise. That was uncomfortable. Oh. God, shit.
It's almost like these are disgusting, horrifying creatures.
I can fix him.
I don't know about that.
What? Tale as old as time.
Huh.
Beauty and the Bounty.
So, yeah, those are Gamma Metroids, which another nice thing this game adds. Lore. You can read all sorts of lore about Metroids. Look at the life cycle. Gamma Metroids. This stage of Metroid can now transfer negative charges from its nervous system into the horns, releasing electric arcs capable of disrupting weapon fire.
Huh.
Although its legs have reached their maximum length, they are unsuitable for locomotion. Instead, they can serve to capture prey and drain their energy.
Gross.
Very gross. But another
Gotta
neat
tell ya.
thing.
Not a fan.
Let's see. Small number of Metroids set loose on a populated planet would lead to the extinction of any present life forms. So yeah, these Metroids, bad. Also, this was before Dread revealed that there are still living Chozo in the game, in the universe. So, like...
Specifically here, or just elsewhere?
Just anywhere in the series. Like, until Dread, it was kind of assumed, just because there weren't any Chozo in any of the games, that they had just gone extinct. Because they just, like, really heavily imply it throughout, just by the fact that, like, all we ever see are their ruins and whatnot. So, like, when Ravenbeak shows up at the start of Dread, I was like, wait. You're not supposed to be here?
Hey, wait a minute. Hey! Whoa! Wait!
But as it turns out, reports of their extinction have been greatly exaggerated.
Right. But we are on the planet designated Iliagar Nalima.
Yes.
As according to the Jizoan words of Quiet Robe. Which we still are not entirely sure what that means. We don't know specifically, like, we know that it realistically is the something planet.
Yes. We just don't know what specifically it means. Though I'm very glad you brought that up, because, yeah, like, we know that this planet, like, humans have named it SR388, but the Chozo named it, that instead. And Planet ZDR, it also has a different name in the Chozoan language. It makes me wonder, because there are 3 other Chozo colony worlds that we know about. There's Zevis, and then there's Talon 4 and Elysia. I kind of want to know what their original names are.
Yes, or at least how the Chozo refer to these planets as. Because again, we know it is the something planet. So according to the Chozo, what is the specific term that they use? You see the illustrations of what SR388 looks in, Samus Returns, the 3DS game. Maybe Agar means green.
Yeah. It could also potentially mean research, because SR388 is mentioned in Dread as a primary research world. It is where they came up with. It is where they created the Metroids.
I love you, indigenous coded bird people. True.
But yeah, one of the reasons I love Dread so much is because it gives a lot of context to the Chozo that we just didn't have before, and it's very cool.
Yes. Being able to hear their words, how they describe things, how they do these sorts of elements, very cool. Very cool to see that they've actually put time and effort to actually build the lore.
Yes. The original name for Talon 4 was Talon 3. Okay. Yay, the wave beam. So, in the original Metroid 2, just like Metroid 1, your beams didn't stack. So when you picked up a beam weapon, you were stuck with that weapon. Until you picked up another beam weapon. Now, this wasn't as bad in Metroid 2 as it was in the first Metroid game, because you didn't need the ice beam to deal with most of the Metroids throughout the game. As you'll note, when we're fighting the alphas and the gammas, we're using missiles and we're trying to hit them in the weak spot for massive damage.
Right.
And
it's a lot of damage.
Yep. But there is still a point near the end of the game where you do need the ice beam. Fortunately, in the original Metroid 2, it actually does hide an ice beam, right near the end of the game. So, you can basically use whatever beam you want, and in fact, there's an area later in Metroid 2 where there's just, one of every beam weapon. So up until that point, you pick up a beam, you use it for a while, and then you get to that area after you've used, each beam weapon, and you basically get to say, alright, this is the beam I want to use throughout the rest of the game. Which is really cool.
Yeah.
This game, it just goes with the Super Metroid style stacking beam weapons, but of course you can turn the beams on and off as you want.
Okay.
And in fact, I think to a certain extent, the beams just stack abilities in AM2R. So, they don't necessarily increase the amount of damage you do, they just, change the effect of the beam. So, the wave beam lets it pass through walls, but it doesn't actually do more damage than the regular power beam does.
Huh. Oh, dear.
So, in a way, it also kind of lets you do that, beam-based playstyle thing from Metroid 2.
Gotcha. Okay, so there is still some parallel there.
Yeah. But, of course, if you don't want to bother with all that, you can just leave them all on.
There you go. Would you say that would be more beneficial for folks who maybe hadn't played a Metroid game before?
Yeah, or folks who are more used to, post-Super games, where the beams stacking is basically the standard.
Gotcha. Also, I just keep thinking these tech-type things are really annoying.
Yeah.
So have y'all played the Chicory Devs new game Beastie Ball? Any thoughts? Many of us in the server are backers of the game. You'll actually see our usernames and names in the credits, actually.
I haven't
Figures.
I haven't played Beastie Ball. I also wasn't a backer of Beastie Ball.
Right. Yeah. Not a game for everybody, but you know what?
Yeah.
It was we like Wishes Unlimited, so it was cool to have a group of us who were just like, yes. Even if it's not my playstyle, it's cool to have it be like. It's hard not to have it be a situation where I see people playing the game, or I see like what the credits look like, and my username pops up, and I just go, "That's me."
I mean, that's what I did when I played through the Thai Switch remasters, where like, I did back those, so getting to see my name in the credits, that was fun. That's me.
Also, it's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I mean, come on.
Yes, I don't know why they haven't done a Kickstarter for the third game yet.
How well did they do?
They did well enough, I think. I mean, I think they're actually making a new Thai game, as far as I remember.
That's always appreciated.
Yeah.
I gotta tell Sam. Also saw EPZ donate during a Games Done Quick Chicory speedrun. Yes, I did. I donated $379. It was very funny hearing the announcer say my username and my donation amount, because it was just like, and we have a $379 donation from EPZ 379. Like it clicked in her head, like, oh well, that's convenient.
I see what he did there.
Oh, I see what he did there.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Dan.
We need the screw attack for that. Yeah, let's see. You donated during the Chicory playthrough, because there was the Chicory PlayStation 5, right?
I did do. For me, honestly, like, yeah, there was the part of me that was like, it'd be cool if I did, but honestly, the game meant that much to me.
I shouldn't say because of the PlayStation 5. I just remember, like, that was, like, one of the things that you could donate.
One of the incentives, yeah.
I think
the thing that makes me really upset about it, though, is the fact that, like, it went to somebody, but then it just vanished. Like, the person didn't post, like, any pictures of it online. Like, so this hand-painted Chicory PS5 just, like, disappeared into the ethos. Yeah. And then just was gone. What were you saying?
I was going to say, I think I did the same thing next year, because there was a Tunic Xbox.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do remember that, because I remember you talking about the pictures. You were showing us the pictures and whatnot. I think you just said something to the avail of, like, well, I know what I'm doing.
I need this.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yoink. Worth a shot.
Because I didn't play Beastie Ball, but I did play Tunic. I know it's not the same guys as Chicory, but still published by
Same
Fiji.
Publishers, yeah.
But, oh god, Tunic. Oh, goodness gracious me, oh my. That was, I think that was my game of the year for that year.
Yes. I love Tunic.
Yes! It's so good. Like, I translated the language. That's how into it I became. Like, Stray still that word.
Tunic and Joy.
Tunic. I agree.
Did Stray do some interesting stuff? Yes, but Tunic was overwhelmingly cool. I mean, I have a handmade poster of Tunic on my wall right next to my Tron Chicory poster that I did.
Yes.
Like, I have those on my wall directly above my computer because, like, those games are just outstanding.
I forgot to mention this. Save points. They were also introduced in Metroid 2, but Metroid 2 also introduced recharge stations for, like, energy and missiles. They were hidden in some, like, out-of-the-way places, but this game just combines them all into one. Save points are also recharge stations, which is very handy, considering this is probably the Metroid game you use missiles the most in.
Huh.
Yeah.
Tunic was a game. Stray was a walking simulator where you play a cat.
I mean, lots of people like the funny cat game. I can't blame them.
I got the Tunic plush and the hardcover manual. I got the physical PS4 copy. Yeah, the one thing I genuinely like, I am bummed that I did not take the opportunity to grab was the actual vinyl collection.
The vinyl collection?
Yeah.
It's...
I wish I would have jumped on that.
Yeah, because I gotta admit, it's very cool.
Yeah. Because I think, because the short answer is no, it's not available anymore. And or it's not available by quote unquote usual means. Like, I'm sure if I went to Discogs, I could probably find it that way. But let's ask ourselves this question. Jesus! Okay.
How much is it?
Do you remember how much it was normally?
Not off the top of my head.
$129. It was right now from the US. Oh boy, there's two availabilities. One of them is from somebody who they might be a good person, but they only have 3 reviews. They're good reviews, 100%, or 13 reviews. Sorry. That one's $500. But then you have another one, which is from somebody with 2,116 reviews, and that one's $999.99.
That many reviews seem suspect.
Ooh. Okay, well, here's the deal. I have learned through Discogs that there actually is usually an element behind something like this where usually there are actually record stores that'll actually have a Discogs account. So they'll sell in-store and they'll also sell online. And people will usually leave reviews for both.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, hello.
Yes, this is another new boss fight they added to AM2R. It's a chorizo statue.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
Which is kind of fun. You know, it kind of plays a bit like the chorizo fight from Super Metroid. You get the item from it. In this case, it's the space jump. And then, you gotta fight it. Which... Those are like shmup projectiles, those crescent waves.
Ah. A man.
Uh-oh. It's not over yet! He can fly!
Ravenbeak. They fly now?
They fly now!
This is crazy. Ah! I was gonna say that!
Whoa!
Yo, those wings are sick. Oh. Ah! Ah!
So this fight essentially becomes a way to like test your ability to use the space jump you just got, because the floor is now covered in spikes, so you don't want to fall down there.
What the hell are those things?
I don't know. Oh boy.
Like weird bird potatoes. What the hell is that? The floor is lava. I mean, spikes. Spiking lava. Ah, ah. Stop.
Whoa. You're going down, Birdman.
It's good to see that Storm Eagle is still getting work.
I don't have his specific weakness though. What is Storm Eagle weak to?
Oh crap, what was he weak to?
I haven't played any of the X games.
Oh, what was he weak to? Crumbs. It was whatever the chameleon guy had.
Ah.
I can't remember who. I can't remember anything. It's been a minute.
Whee! So the space jump also originated in Metroid 2, but in that game it was very difficult to use. The timing was weird, and it was not fun to use. This game brings it more in line with like how it works in Fusion and Zero Mission, where it is very easy to use. Also, this area is the industrial complex.
Do y'all buy retro games?
Not particularly. I mean, unless it's something I really want a physical copy of. Just because, the retro games market is...
It's freaky. It's weird. Nowadays it's just mostly ROMs. But my whole philosophy behind ROMs really is sort of that, like, I still have like GameCube games, PS games that I had when I was a kid. And my thought process is, it's like, I own the game. I have a physical copy of it. If I knew how to actually rip the thing, I would do it myself. But I don't have the time or the wherewithal to figure that out.
I actually did mod my Wii so that I could rip all of my GameCube and Wii games. So most of my GameCube and Wii game collection that I have on my PC is actually my own personal rips. But I do have a few. Ah!
Jesus Christmas!
Like a Chibi Robo.
yeah, hello.
Which is prohibitively expensive these days.
Yeah. I once bought Panzer Dragoon Saga for a friend for their birthday. I don't think I'll ever spend that much money ever again.
Ooh.
Yes, yeah. Kirby did see the news of a recompiled Sonic Unleashed the other day.
I did! I've played it! I have already finished the game. It is... Okay, so like... I'm one of the people who actually really like Sonic Unleashed. Because I like spectacle fighters. Like, I like Platinum games, so yeah, I've played, like, Bayonetta, I've played Beautiful Joe, I've played Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Wonderful 101, so, like, Werehog Combat, even though it's like, oh, this isn't supposed to be a Sonic game, I really like it, because it's like Bayonetta Light or some, like, it's not as good as Bayonetta
Platinum-esque.
is. Yeah, it's Platinum-esque enough where, like, once you level up your combos and you get, like, a lot of, like, really good ones, it's a lot of fun. Just, like, especially moves like the Werewheel Rush. Oh my god, that's us. But I will say, like, playing the game on the Xbox 360, because that's the console I originally played the game on, it's okay.
Right.
And I don't want to be, like, one of those guys who's just like, if it's not running at 60 frames, if it's not running at 240 frames a second at, like, 4K, then this game is garbage. But games like Sonic just work better at 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think it's particularly snobby to say that. It's just kind of a reality of the situation. 'Cause, like, it's more responsive at higher frame rates. It's, it's easier to react to things. You get more, more frames means, like, more, like, button commands go in and
reaction
stuff like that.
times.
Reaction time. Yeah. So, yeah, like, and the original Xbox 360 version of Unleashed has issues besides running at 30 frames per second. It has a lot of frame drops throughout the game. Particularly in, like, the Werehog sections, and especially in Jungle Joyride and Eggman Land. Now, if you have an Xbox Series S or X, you can technically play Unleashed with a 60 frames per second patch, but it's not perfect, because the way that they did the 60 frames per second, like, it introduces a few glitches, especially with the camera in some areas. And it's also not completely consistent. Also, yeah, we got the speed booster.
Ooh. Oh.
I hit a wall. Nah, just be a real Unleashed
Just
fan.
close lines yourself.
Doink. So now that we have Unleashed recompiled, which lets you play Sonic Unleashed at 60 frames per second, completely uncompromised.
Right.
It's a game changer. It's literally a game changer. I don't want to say something as silly as like Unleashed was ahead of its time, but it was definitely held back by the tech of its time.
I think that's the appropriate way of thinking about it. It's less that it was ahead of its time, more that the technology at the time restricted its full potential.
Yes.
Which I'm sure that some people are just like, that's just the same thing worded differently. It's like, yeah, probably. I don't know.
But I mean, now that I was able to play through the whole game at 60 frames per second, even 120 frames per second, which feels wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it feels like it's like, it shouldn't be this smooth. Something about this just isn't right.
It's like watching The Hobbit at 4. It was like watching The Hobbit at the weird 48 frames per second.
Yeah. It's
just like, I don't like it. It feels weird.
I don't know why I don't like this, but I kind of don't like this. But I do like Unleashed running at 120 frames per second. It's just like, oh my god, I can't believe it's this smooth. You know, like it's just it's like I can't believe what I'm seeing. But yeah. Oh yeah, there's a flip phone version of Unleashed. We don't talk about that one. don't play it.
It's fine.
It
didn't happen.
It isn't fine actually.
Factually incorrect is not fine.
But yeah, like the Werehog combat without frame drops and at high frame rates, it feels so much better. Like, even though I like the Werehog combat in the original release of the game, like, there is a bit of a sluggishness to it that it's not completely gone, but it is mitigated quite a bit, and it feels it's like a dream come true. So yeah, Unleashed recompiled is it's very good. I like it a lot.
You had fun.
I had so much fun.
There you go. Hopefully that answered your question.
Yes. Of course, it does mean I'm gonna have to make a new Sonic Unwooshed video, so there's that.
Can't believe it. How old is that video now?
It's so old.
It's one of your most viewed things, too.
I know. I still get comments on it to this day. Usually people going, man, I miss Jason Griffith.
Yeah. Like Fox said, it unleashes the reason why Griffith is their favorite Sonic.
That's a fair reason.
Fair reason.
No, sir, that didn't answer my question. This is a Wendy's, and I asked for your order.
Please get out of the parking space. I listened to one review comparing the ports. It's one of those things where you just get different experience with each version, but at the same time, you didn't miss out on the experience of the other versions.
Yeah. Was that the Exo Paradigm Gamer cross-platform? Because that's the version I watched, and I agree with a lot of his points. Like, the Wii version, I do feel, kind of gets a bit of a bad rap, because people are just like, oh, it's not the HD version. I don't like it.
Correct. Yeah, you're right.
I have played the Wii version. The Wii version's pretty good.
Yeah. It utilized its hardware to the best of its ability, and honestly, it kind of stands on its own merit because of that.
What I particularly like about that version is that it actually it had a modernized live system. Like, because the way lives worked in Unleashed, as it were, is like, rather than like having a bunch of lives that you collect throughout the game and you just create a stockpile of them, instead, every time you start a mission or a level, you start with like a set number of lives. Like, okay, you get 3 lives to beat each level. And if you use a couple lives on one level, you start the next level with 3 anyway. That's just how it works. But the game also has these puzzle rooms, which are a lot of fun. How much of a Sonic fan am I? I'm a decent enough Sonic fan, I guess.
Most of us in Jazz are kind of in that sort of like, yeah, we're decent fans. We're not like hyperfixation
huge
sort of folk, but, you know, we'll enjoy the games if they're fun.
Basically, yeah.
And if we gotta talk about them, we'll talk about them.
Yeah.
2-hour-long video.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Spicy. But in the puzzle rooms, you could actually unlock extra lives. So that, oh hey, now you can start a level with 4 lives. Now you can start a level with 5 lives.
Right.
Like, it was an actual modernization of the live system, which I found really interesting. Now, am I glad that they have since moved on to just not having a live system at all? Yes.
Oh, Jesus! Get out of the tag.
I'm just using the good old-fashioned Ridley tactic.
Blitz it.
Yeah, stand in the lava underneath it and blitz it.
Yeah. Also, Luna says, dude, it's my current fixations, you shut. Well, that's because you're doing, like, completely valid, Luna, but you're also doing really cool renditional artwork of the characters that we love seeing, so go off, Queen.
Anyway, what's a Sonic hot take that I have?
The sand!
I mean, aside from Sonic Unleashed being good, like, really good, because that kind of seems like a hot take sometimes.
I'm trying to think if I've got one. I have to think about it for a bit.
Sonic CD is bad? Is that a hot take? I feel like the narrative around Sonic CD has gone through some phases.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Well, on Twitter it is.
Yeah. Sonic hot take, Lava Shield is spicy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, though. It's, like... It's weird because Sonic CD kind of feels like one of those examples of a game where it feels like people's nostalgia for that game gets in the way of actual, like, critique about it.
Which is interesting, because Sonic CD, I played it a lot as a kid, because I actually had the PC version. Oh, here's an interesting mechanic. We're playing as this guy now.
You get to play as a Tektite?
Yeah, we get to play as a Tektite. We get to come over here and pick up super missiles.
Sure. Critter mode.
And then we get to use these super missiles, well, to blow ourselves up. Well, great.
To die.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm back. Critter mode.
I forgot that there's actually momentum with throwing the super missiles. Yeah, there we go.
I can't believe it. I'm finally free and now I get to have my own bomb.
This is an interesting little gameplay mechanic, though.
Yeah?
I need more super missiles. Or wait, do I? Yeah, I do. Actually.
Do I? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So, I also have the Xbox 360 version of Sonic CD. It does have Sonic Boom in the opening scene if you set the soundtrack to US. because that's the Christian Whitehead version that comes with both the Japanese and the US soundtracks. And yeah, which is interesting. Sonic CD had 2 different soundtracks. The Japanese version, which is like more techno based.
Toot Toot Sonic Warrior.
Yep, and it has You Can Do Anything with Toot Toot Sonic Warrior, which, funnily enough, the Christian Whitehead version doesn't have the lyrics for that song because of some rights issues.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Sonic the Hedgehog music and rights issues, but they run afoul of that way too much.
Yeah. 'Tis unfortunate. Go figure.
Which Amy designed better, CD or Adventure and on? I don't know. They're both okay.
They're fine. Like, obviously, the way that Amy looked in the original CD is, like, so exaggerated. Like, it's so...
Yeah.
It's so crazy looking. We're talking Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. But, yeah, like, its favorite Amy design is mine. I can get behind that.
Luna, that's cheating.
You're rigged. You rigged the game. That's like saying your favorite athlete is you. You're playing the game. What's a Sonic hot take that I have? Because I'm still thinking about.
Did I hate the Origins collection as much as everyone else does? I haven't picked up the Sonic Origins collection because I'll be honest, I'm just not the biggest fan of 2D Sonic.
Yeah, it can be a rather hit and miss sort of situation with some of them. Joke's on you! I failed PE.
Ooh, I'm out of missiles.
I heard Origins was modded mid. Bought the game for a friend and you streamed it, basically complained the whole time playing it. Yeah, I remember hearing that the biggest complaint that people had with it was that, like, control-wise, it was just so strange.
Yeah.
My favorite starting pair in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers Disguise, Rio and Oshawott Capicool.
Hey.
What?
That's the best.
I mean, hilariously, some of the hot takes that I have are like things that I've already made like videos about. Hilariously, like I like there are some people who definitely still get on my case about this by leaving me comments on Story Surgery, telling me that I simply just didn't understand how brilliant of an antagonist Mephiles the Dark is. Then. Granted, these are also the same people who let me know that I'm a bad person because I let Silver the Hedgehog have a plate of spaghetti. So, you know, you win some and you lose everything else.
Silver's not allowed to be happy.
He's not, like, that's literally what it is. They literally tried making the excuse that, like, no, him being sad is what makes his character so important because he has to learn to be happy. It's like, dude, he lives in the apocalypse. He doesn't need to be any more sad than he is. What do you mean?
That makes me sad.
Get out of here, Droopy. Get out of here. I'm the fandom's only hope, sir. I don't understand any of this.
It's no use.
That's not an image I needed in my head. Silver the Droopy.
Don't get in my way.
Okay, yeah, no. Sonic Boom is not a bad show, but Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, that's problematic.
Yeah, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is a bad game.
Yeah. If it was an That, you know what? I still stand by this thought process, which was if you took the story of Rise of Lyric and let that be like the series premiere of Sonic Boom, that could have been really cool. Like, let it be like a Return of Jafar situation where it's like a standalone like movie or something. Like a 1 hour, like a 1.5 hour like series premiere. That could have been fun.
Yeah.
Needed a better starting identity.
Total shift, though.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Oh yeah, I guess here's a hot take straight from the realms of Sonic Twitter and whatnot. Sonic Prime is not the worst thing ever made.
Okay.
People need to relax. They need to relax. It's not that bad. Chill.
Like, I haven't seen season 3, but
right.
I'll go on the record here. Season 1 is okay. Season 2 was really good and had an amazing ending.
Yes.
Now,
who hates Sonic Prime? There are people. So I specifically, real quick, there are just people who just get so uppity about the concepts, about the way that they handle characterizations and stuff in that show, which is hilarious because like it's not the Sonic in that show is not the one. Like that's not the Sonic from the movies, it's not the Sonic from the games, it's not the Sonic from this, it's not the Sonic from that. It's something else. He is a completely different person. People are like, he would never act like that. It's like, yeah, you're right, because he's not him. That's not him. Over here, different guy. Different dude.
Different Sonic. He's allowed to be
Half
different
of the Rejuice
sometimes.
team hits pride. Yeah. Also, yeah, the way that they did Shadow in that series was actually really fun because it wasn't just him being like, edgy, revenge. He's like, no, take responsibility, dipshit. Like, what? Come on.
Stop fucking up, Sonic.
Sposer Beam?
Spazer Beam. It's called the Wide Beam.
Spazer.
Yeah. It's called the Wide Beam in Fusion and Dread because, Spazer's not exactly the most descriptive name, and it also gets a little bit too close to, like, spaz, which, you know...
Yeah, it's like, Spoozer Beam sounds like an insult a bully from an 80s movie would say.
Yeah.
What up, Sposer Beam?
So,
oh my god.
Sonic movie opinions. I like the Sonic movies.
Yes, I was going to come back to that because I saw that you said that before. So yeah, movie opinions.
3's the best one, of course, but I would say like 1 is pretty good. I think 2 not quite as good as 1, but about like it's really not like that big of a difference in quality. And then 3's the best. I'm of the mentality that kind of puts. I've actually put 1 and 2 on the same platform purely because it's like they have different experiences, but they kind of achieve the same feeling. Yeah, I can kind of get behind that. It's kind of the same reason I put Prime 1 and Prime 2 on the same level. Yeah.
That said, one thing I do that still kind of weirds me out about the actual Sonic movies is the handling of the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
I'm still really unsure how exactly that works because, like, the Master Emerald only exists when all of the Chaos Emeralds are together, and the Chaos Emeralds themselves don't exist without the Master Emerald going away. It's bizarre. There's a weird dissonance in terms of like how we've all understood how the emeralds themselves worked. So like to now have that aspect where I'm just like, it feels weird. Like having the emeralds not be like a part of the story is it does feel bizarre. Not like crucial or anything like that, but it definitely feels weird. Especially when you have Shadow in the mix, where one of Shadow's biggest element is, his chaos energy.
Yes.
Not having chaos control in the game was definitely, a little weird.
Yep. I will say,
but again,
I feel like it does kind of make sense to adapt his powers as just kind of being like everybody else's powers, because like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, they all have powers, so Shadow just having powers in this universe fits. But yeah, it is interesting since he's a character who in the official series he's so intertwined with like the Chaos Emeralds and whatnot.
But did Shadow love Latinos? A far more important question than Chaos. Yes. The short answer is yes.
He does, in fact, watch a telenovela at one point, so, there's that.
And it's so funny because, the guy from those telenovelas and whatnot, most people recognize him as a character from the show Ted Lasso. And it's just so funny to see him, pop up in a different show like that, but he still manages to still have the most corny as hell characterization. It's so funny. Also, yeah, the Akira bike slide, it was
hell yes,
so unnecessary but so good.
I think it's a law that if you have a character and you're trying to make them look cool on a bike, you have to make them do the Akira slide.
Yeah, and it's funny because after we watched Akira as a community, it is so funny how many people who had never seen the movie before, never had the opportunity to sit down and watch it, just went, "Oh, the bike slide is right at the beginning."
I thought it was supposed to be some big moment.
Yeah, I thought it was a crucial thing that that happened, it was an important thing that happened later on. And it's funny because I am of the mentality when it comes to Akira that don't get me wrong, the bike slide is cool and everything, but there are a lot of really memorable things that I think would actually be way more apropos to have an adaptation or reference to. Without saying anything in particular, mutation. That's the kind of scene that would actually be kind of funny to have somebody try to reference in some way, shape, or form. Not sure how, but it would be... Akira traumatized the fuck out of me and I can't watch it. Completely valid.
Yeah.
Completely valid. We watched Akira as our 100th thing that we watched as a community. And it was fun because that movie is just referenced so many times throughout all of animation, so it was just fun to have that as a aha, here's this. Mm-hmm. Akira operates in the same space in my head as Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yeah. Evangelion is amazing. Well, there you go. How about that? Where are we now?
Oh, we're in some spooky caverns.
We're in some shit now.
Yep. Actually, this is where the game starts using a lighting engine, because these are dark caves, so we're gonna get some spotlight bits here in a second.
Gotcha.
Ow,
I don't like the voice casting in the movies. The only character they got right was Tails, and I feel like it was only right because they didn't care about Tails enough to cast a big name for him.
I mean, they literally got the voice actor for Tails.
Yep, just, hey, you've been voicing Tails for years and years and years, get over here.
Now, I don't mind them getting Dewey to voice Sonic.
Yeah, I know he's already played a few blue characters already, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's trying to collect every single blue cartoon character.
Yeah.
I think he does a pretty good job. I think Keanu did pretty good as Shadow in the movie. Now, if we're talking about his appearance in Shadow Generations for that DLC level, nah. She was probably cheaper than the rest of the actors. Yes, she got paid a lot less than, like, every single other actor in the movie, and it sucks.
Yes. Correct. Idris Elba as Knuckles had to grow on me for a while.
Yeah.
There was a really weird headspace that I had about him voicing that character, just because in my head I'm like, no, like having such a deep voice for Knuckles just felt so strange. I feel it got better over time, but like the first time you really hear like Knuckles say like stuff out loud, you just kind of go like, oh, that is a deep voice for Knuckles. Honestly, he's one of my more favorite variations of Knuckles. And again, he became that way for me. Like, it took me a bit to get used to it. But once I did, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Knuckles is kind of one of those characters where it's like, he's been voiced by so many different folks at this point.
Yeah. I feel like Knuckles is, out of all the Sonic characters, the one who has kind of sort of gotten the rawest deal in terms of, like, being voiced. Because, yeah, he's gone through, like, I think more voice actors than basically every other character in the cast.
Yeah.
I don't think he's had, like, the worst performance. That goes to, Rouge in, 06. Ah!
Oops. Yeah, when it comes to Knuckles' characterization for me, I like him better not as this bumbling, headstrong, guy. I like him better when he is that fish out of water character. Like, he is, like, last of his kind, and he's kind of been on his own for a really long time, and just the world has evolved without him.
Yeah. Like, I can kind of get
I find
him
that
being a
more
little...
interesting.
Yeah, I kind of get him, like, being a little naive about how the world works, but I do like the concept of Knuckles just, like, he's just blunt. He's not trying to be rude. He just doesn't mince words. Ever.
Yeah.
He says what he means, and he means what he says.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, but Sonic Boom showed Knuckles his fantastic comic relief. Yeah, because he was written well. Like, that's the difference.
Yes.
What? Just because I'm a meathead doesn't mean I'm not a feminist. Come on, that shit's hilarious.
I thought your middle name was The.
Oh, man.
That's why you gotta find the biggest kid there and beat him up. Knuckles, that's prison. Only if you let it be.
Put it in a blender, if you say so. All right, I can't read. Sonic Boom referencing the bro code from Eggman, no less.
Listen, the bro code comes before the whole enemies thing. Tails, you got no game.
Can you get me a towel? Yeah, here. What am I supposed to cover with that? Are you making fun of me?
That is my favorite joke in the whole show. It's
fucking
just
tea towel.
And now, as I stand here with my full head of hair, wow, how long ago did I write this?
Oh, man. Also, I'm still marveling at just how the lighting effects in this game are being utilized.
Yeah. It's very good.
That small little, like, showcase of how the light moves after you shoot something.
Ooh.
Okay, hey. Just that's impressive as hell.
I believe this game was made in Game Maker. I don't know specifically which version. I want to say Studio 1.4, maybe? Oh, hello.
I'll find out. Game Maker Studio is what it says on the Wikipedia.
Which I have some experience with. Yeah, you can do pretty impressive stuff with it. Yeah. Oh, have a good night, Ice.
Boop. Night, Ice.
Alright, that takes care of all the Metroids in this area. Which means it's time for an earthquake. Ah!
Oh god, oh god, oh god! Means I should go too. Good night, Fox.
Have a good night.
The only thing I'm seeing on Wikipedia is that in 2014, the project was ported to the, at the time, newer version of Game Maker Studio, which improved loading times and performance, but required a complete rewriting of some features and changed some of the designs of levels.
Yeah. That would have probably been Studio 1.4. Sounds about right.
Gotcha. The game was nominated at the Game Awards 2016 for, quote, Best Fan Creation category, but was removed from the nomination page without notice alongside the fan game Pokemon Uranium. Game Awards host Jeff Keighley explained that AM2R and Uranium were not, quote, legally cleared by Nintendo to be included in the event.
Wow.
Oops. Chew, I wonder why.
I mean, to be fair, this is legitimately meant to be... This is supposed to be, like, Metroid 2. So, Nintendo does have a leg to stand on when they're shooting this particular project down. So, but it is kind of unfortunate that as a result, basically every Nintendo project gets inundated with folks going, "Oh man, can't wait for the Nintendo Ninjas to take this one down." When, no, that's not what Nintendo does. The Mario Fangames Galaxy has been on the internet since the 90s, in one form or another. Nintendo knows it exists. Charles Martinet wandered into their chat room once.
Oops.
So, like...
Hello!
Fan games aren't going away anytime soon. It's just, when you start making one that is supposed to be official Nintendo game remade, that's when Nintendo's like, maybe don't, actually. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah, like, again, there's leg to stand on, still sucks for doing it. And, like we collectively as a community are all helping Zinbells with a particular project that they've been working on, which is a Pokemon fan game, which is, like, not only are we going through all of the right avenues in order for it to happen, but, like, already been in contact with the Pokemon Company International and got the green light for it. They even supplied Zen with a specific, like, binder of, like, here's things you can do, here's things you can't do. Funny how that ends up working out.
Yeah.
Reminds me when a fan, My Little Pony fighting game, got hit with the cease and desist from Hasbro, and it showed up when you're... Yeah, it was them... Yeah, fighting is magic, and then it eventually turned into the original game, Them's Fighting Herds, I think is what it was called.
Huh.
Which is, you know, that's funny as hell that they managed to twist it around. Them's Fighting Herds. Okay, yes, thank you, Saya. It's... I don't know what ended up happening to it. Pixel saying rest in peace makes me think that maybe it didn't come to fruition, so... Noted. Initial release date. Oh, my birthday back in 2018.
Wow. How about that?
Boy, do I have a story. Oh, I found it on Steam, and it released back in 2020, and it has mostly positive for recent reviews and very positive for all reviews. So,
I guess it just doesn't have like a competitive scene, maybe, or not a very.
perhaps.
Oh,
I don't know. Them's Fighting Herds is still alive. Why the rip? I don't know.
uh-oh.
Oh, what happened?
I think some bad things happened here.
What makes you say that?
I don't know. Maybe the fact that we found like a bunch of Galactic Federation troopers dead and this area destroyed. Oh, goodness!
Oh, Jesus Christmas. Oh, no, not a fan, not a fan, not a fan.
There's two of them!
No. I don't like it. No, this place looks normal. Ooh.
Come on. These guys are all a bunch of weenies. Getting wrecked by a couple of alpha Metroids. Losers. Oh, that's another earthquake. Oh boy.
Okay, so I still had the tab open for Them's Fighting Herds, and then the Steam page started playing the intro video and scared the shit out of me just then. I genuinely thought Kirby was playing music.
Oops.
Because it was like hard rock, like it's like what? Whoa!
I'm just a huge fan of Them's Fighting Herds.
In my head I was just like, I don't know. Granted, the way that the rock guitar started happening was just like, is this from the game? I can't tell. I've never seen AM2R. Help!
Here we go. So another thing kind of brought over from the Prime series is these green crystals are specifically referred to as cordite, which in the Prime series, if you scan something and it says it's made of cordite, that means you have to use a super missile to break it. Which, hey, we got super missiles.
All right. Cool.
I do appreciate that AM2R kind of tries its best to sort of merge the mainline and the Prime series timelines together to bridge them together, which it can get away with since it's a fan project and all. But it's funny because Samus Returns on the 3DS also kind of does the same thing with a boss fight. It staples at the end of the game with I'll just say it. In the original Metroid 2, after you kill the Queen Metroid at the end of the game, that's the final boss. Samus Returns adds a Ridley fight. He just shows up. It's like, I'm here now. Wah!
Why?
What are you doing? How are you here? But specifically, Ridley is sort of meant to be like a version between Meta Ridley and regular Ridley as he appears in Super Metroid. So his skin is kind of growing out of the armor plating that Meta Ridley has. I think he's referred to as Protean Ridley in Samus Returns or something like that. Yeah. It's an alright boss fight. It's not bad. It's just kind of weird, and it does very much change the tone of the ending of the game. Which, in the original Samus, Return of Samus, and AM2R, the ending is a bit more like mellow and ethereal, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Also, we got Trooper logs.
Ooh.
Special Forces Mac. Campsite's done for. Blaine as well. We ran for the elevator when a jellyfish Metroid got the drop on him. That idiot shoved a demolition bomb in its mouth. Next thing I know, I'm knocked off my feet, elevator's covered in rubble, and the Metroid casually floats off. Damn it, Blaine, our tech doesn't work like Aaron's! But I didn't let it leave my sight. Trailed it till it laid down and changed color. It's payback time. Uh-oh.
Hell yeah.
No, it changing color means it hatched into an alpha Metroid. Not good.
Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, let's go avenge him. There's only 2 Metroids in this area. Oh, then it's an alpha. This won't be too hard. If I can get up here out of the spicy. There we go.
He's dead, Jim.
They're all dead, Dave.
Ooh, everybody, Dave. What Toad Hunter? Everybody's dead, Dave. What's Selby? They're all dead. Everybody's dead, Dave. Peterson isn't, is he? Everybody is dead, Dave. Not Chen. Loden Bennett. Yes, Chen, everybody. Everybody's dead, Dave. Rimmer! Yeah, he's dead, Dave. Everybody is dead. Everybody is dead, Dave. Wait. Are you trying to tell me that everybody's dead? Never should have let him out in the first place. Oh, God.
This one's a gamma. Oh, get up. Now, in the original release of AM2R, gammas were a pain in the ass, because their weak spot was just really tricky to hit. Version 1.5 by the community developers made their weak spot a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to hit, so they're not nearly as much of a pain.
Ah.
Ooh. Also, that was another earthquake, so we better get back up to the surface. Oops, wrong way.
Back to reality. Oh, fuck.
So, you may notice so far that the structure of this game isn't really like the original Metroid or like Super Metroid or Metroid Zero Mission, in that this game is very linear. You go to one area, you hunt all the Metroids, then you go to the next area, you hunt all the Metroids. I mean, you can still like backtrack for like items and stuff like that, but right. Overall, the structure of the game it's a big line, basically. Now, I think it works for this game because it is about, going deeper and deeper into the depths of this planet to hunt more and more dangerous Metroids. It may not jive with some people who prefer, like, more open-ended Metroid games, like the original Metroid. But if you're a fan of, like, Metroid Fusion, which is also a more linear experience, I think this will be right up your alley.
Nice. Shit. Whoop, there goes gravity.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Another nice thing that AM2R has over the original Game Boy game is it has a map system. The original Game Boy game didn't. Yep. The original Game Boy game did not have a map, and if it did have a map, it would have been a very weird map, because it actually cheats sometimes. Some areas actually overlap other areas in the original Game Boy version of the game.
Huh.
Yes. Now, let's see. Ow.
So how excited are you for Prime 4?
Extremely! I want it. I need it. Like,
I wants it. I needs it. I gotta have it.
I've gotta have this game. I need it.
And I need it. And I need it. I need it!
I mean, I have literally set aside money specifically so that I can make sure I can get a Switch 2 and Prime 4. Because I'm pretty sure Prime 4 is gonna be a cross-platform game like Breath of the Wild.
It would make the most sense. Truly, honestly. If it was a launch title, that'd be rad.
That would be rad. And it releases right now! I swear to God, if they fucking shadow drop Beyond during this stream,
during the March of Metroid at all.
I would die. I would be dead. Nintendo killed me.
Can't believe it. And we'll resurrect him by buying him a copy of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond and placing it on his forehead, and he'll just rise from the dead just like that. Wake the fuck up, Samurai. You got a game to play.
Ooh. We're in the red zone. Now, unfortunately, this game doesn't have an ice level.
Oh.
Hold the cartridge up to his nose to be able to smell the Metroids. Ah, yes, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, smelling salts.
Yeah, I was about to say, we just coat the cartridge in fucking smelling salts. We put it next to his nose.
Got a Metroid fast!
As somebody who has actually indeed smelled smelling salts, yeah, no. It's an involuntary reaction. You either your whole body reacts or you just vocalize.
Mm-hmm.
I vocalized. I brought it to my nose and I just went, ah, ah! Y'all have been waiting for Prime 4 longer than Kingdom Hearts fans waited for 3. We did wait for 3 for quite some time.
Yes.
Because we are also, I mean, we did play through KH1 and 2 for stream and whatnot, so we are also fans of that.
New at the Switch 2, smell-o-vision, only for Prime 4. Ah, yes, finally, you will be able to smell Ridley.
Oh, God. Smells like ass!
I don't smell like ass, brat!
The craziest part is, Metroids smell like lime jello.
They look like they would.
They would. Or no, you know what it is? What are the one-celled Metroids called?
Mocktroids.
Mocktroids. Like, they smell like green apple.
So this is a Zeta Metroid.
What the hell? Ew. Ew.
Yeah, Zetas are gross.
That's a dinosaur.
We're gonna get all the DNA out of the dinosaur.
I still love how they... Inside of this little egg is a baby dinosaur. Why do you say it like that? I'm awake! Hi, Ami.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
So yeah, Zetas are tricky, because they got that weak spot like right under them. And their projectiles can block your missiles, which ain't great. This one at least has this convenient cover mechanic that we can utilize.
Sure.
Metroid 2 is now a cover-based shooter, but yeah, they also spit goop, which sticks around and does damage if you touch it.
Ooh.
Is nasty.
That's
But these guys can fuck you up if you let them.
I try not to.
Ooh. But they can't fly, as you may notice. Ooh. Now
They can't fly now?
They can't fly now.
Oh.
In the original Metroid 2, all the Metroid fights were basically kind of the same, except each evolution of Metroid just has, like, a new attack. So, even though these things looked like this, they still just kind of floated around, like, little, like, like the Alpha Metroids, and it looked really weird. And they didn't have weak spots. You just spammed missiles at them until they died.
Right. They spit out acid. They really do spit out acid. Somehow Ridley returned.
Look, I'm just gonna admit it. I really don't want Ridley to show up in Metroid Prime 4. I don't. I just don't. I'm definitely done with the Ridley saga.
Ridley's over.
Overrated.
Let him die. Ooh.
There we go.
You know what? Ridley's too big for my patience.
Xehanort is dead no more. Keyblade!
You'd know how Ridley returned if you watched the exclusive Fortnite prologue.
I still can't believe that's how they I still can't believe that's how they fucking promoted Palpatine showing up in episode 9. Jesus fucking Christ. They made Fortnite canon to the fucking Star Wars universe? Why? Why would they do that?
And it's stupid. Stupid!
It's stupid, and it's dumb. And it's dumb, and it's stupid.
It wasn't even an explanation, it was just dumb.
Ooh. I want that. I want that. Give me that. Oh, I can't get it yet.
I just... This is why, like, that specifically is, like, the reason why, for me specifically, I hate multimedia storytelling.
Yeah.
Because it's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even explain anything. He literally just shows up and is like, I'm back, bitch. It's like, cool, great.
Roll it again.
Sure, Mr. McDonald, or whatever.
Mr. McDonald.
I don't remember. Is that his name? I don't remember.
I think it's McDermott.
Mr. McDonald. Yeah, I literally... Okay, yeah. Palpatine's broadcast from Fortnite. At last, the work of generations is complete. The great era is corrected. Day of victory is at hand. Day of revenge. The day of the Sith. That's all. That's all he said. That doesn't do anything. No. Nothing happened.
Ooh. This is another new boss fight they added to the game.
Beware, I hunger. Oh shit, a Beyblade.
Run, run, run.
Run, coward. Sinistar. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is kind of like a shmup boss or something. Ooh, give me those missiles, please. I'll need them.
Let it rip!
What the fuck?
I'm just reading what Pixel said. Adam Star. Oh god.
Samus, I have authorized you running, coward.
Oh, good. Beyblade reference.
Woo!
Oh, hello.
That is literally
World's
a
heaviest-
shmup pattern.
Yeah, world's heaviest Beyblade. Yeah, no. I think the reason why Kirby was wondering why I said it was because I was reading off what you had wrote, Pixel, but he's focusing on beating the boss, so he didn't see what I was saying.
Yeah.
Believe me, we do know Beyblades in this house.
Yes. I was just very confused because of the way it was elongated.
Let it rip! Jesus.
That's okay, we got him. We got this guy by the ass.
By the ass. Yet another 4Kids anime that I knew about but never actually watched as a kid. I mean, the laser gun mod can also be used to make rules.
Yeah.
Why aren't you dead yet?
There we go. Dead now.
Yes, I did age myself with that statement. 4Kids was a thing when I was a kid. It was a kid when we were kids.
Yep.
Let me guess, Pixel. 30s.
Get up there, Samus. There we go.
Ooh.
Hey, you know what?
No.
I'm gonna run in here and I'm gonna get this. The plasma beam!
The plasma bomb.
Beams can pierce enemies.
31 this month? Well, happy birthday.
Nice.
We had some of those shows around the house on DVD.
Yes, that's right. Okay. Now I remember why you would actually want to turn beams on and off, because they actually do have different rates of fire. The plasma beam does fire slower than other beams. You can't spam it as much, but it makes sense considering it pierces enemies, so, like, if an enemy's big, it does, like, continuous damage over time.
Gotcha.
I was more of a Dragon Ball Z boy. Hell yes! Yes!
Here we go.
Yes! Next time on Dragon Ball Z!
It's on the 27th, so not for a couple. Ooh.
I jumped into the series when Trunks showed up. Like, those are, like, the first episodes I remember,
Yeah.
so, like... Android Saga is definitely my favorite saga.
This planet has 5 minutes before it explodes, 10 episodes later.
I could breathe in space, monkey! But space is a vacuum!
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
What's funny is that it's literally 10 episodes before it happens. I fucking counted. I've seen
It
maybe 3
is.
episodes of Dragon Ball. Not even sure which series. All I know is that at least one of them was genuinely someone charging up.
I mean, yeah, during the Frieza fight, I think there's like 2 episodes where they're waiting for Goku to charge the Spirit Bomb. Because charging the Spirit
Says, I
Bomb
feel
takes
like
a
the-
while.
Yeah. Science says, I feel like the Cell Saga is where the show peaked. I couldn't enjoy it past that. Billy says, Goku, going to distract Boo by fighting. One episode screaming follows.
It's true. I can understand why someone would fall off in the Boo Saga, because the Boo Saga has a weird tone.
Yeah.
For sure. Because it kind of goes back to, like, the really comedic tone of Dragon Ball, like, before stuff like the Piccolo Saga. Because Boo is so silly.
Extra.
Oh, we've got more lore. GFR J. Nolan. Most sentient species in the Federation regard the extinct, harmonious Chozo with utmost respect and as an example of what any civilization drowning in violence should strive to become. But this tower I've scanned, a dedicated weapons factory, certainly puts that view into question. Yet I remain positive. Surely the Chozo resorted to this when they discovered the Metroids on SR-388. Any pacifist would after facing those monsters. The climb was certainly worth the view. It's a shame my colleagues aren't alive to see this. So that is interesting, because it illustrates that they don't actually know where Metroids came from, the Federation.
Laughs in Ravenbeak.
Exactly. So, like, right now, the Federation just kind of assumes that the Metroids are just life native to SR-388. They were just... they're, indigenous.
Spawned here, yeah.
Yeah. It isn't until, like, you get to, like, the depths of SR-388 that you actually see, like, the Metroid breeding facility and whatnot.
Ah.
Ooh, not this way.
Pacing was awful from then on. Series caught up to the manga too quick. Went from 3 manga chapters per episode to 1 per episode plus filler.
Yeah, the Boo Saga does definitely struggle the most with pacing, because I think in terms of, like, episode count, it is the longest. In fact, they didn't originally adapt it for the Kai series, like, until Kai got really popular in America, and then was like, alright, we'll adapt it for the Americans, because they just freaking love this, I guess, for some reason. I don't know. And it still ended up having the most episodes out of every other saga in the series. Like, I think even after the cut, it was still, like, a whole half of Kai. But... yeah, Namek has pacing problems as well, because they spend a lot of time on Namek, and the Frieza fight is long as hell. Even in the comics, the Frieza fight is long.
Goes on for just a smidge longer than one would think.
Yeah.
What even are these things?
Just spikes. They do kind of have, like, a specific vibe to them that reminds me of, like, really old point-and-click games on PC.
Yeah.
I actually don't like Kai.
I understand for those to show Kai went too far in the opposite directions. They didn't let things breathe and just sped through it.
So, I'll agree with that statement in terms of, like, the Saiyan saga. Like, the Saiyan saga for Kai is definitely clumsy. And I think, as a whole, Kai kind of suffers from cutting multiple episodes together when they had different animation directors. So, like, the quality of animation within an episode can change drastically. And also, some of the redraws they do are not very good. Like, there's there's an issue where like, oh, this was clearly done in a digital art program on a computer, because these lines are very smooth.
It's one of those.
And
okay.
these colors are existing.
They're certainly happening.
Yep. I will say Kai gets a little better once they go to Namek and like the Cell Saga. However, I have to admit, I didn't watch Kai as it originally came out. I don't understand why they couldn't just use the Dragon Box footage for those scenes. So, do you want to talk about like different footage quality for Dragon Ball? Totally Not Mark has a bunch of videos about that are good, and I recommend. But essentially, like, even though the Dragon Boxes are highly sought after, they're still not like the highest fidelity Dragon Ball could possibly be. Like, they still got issues. But anyway, fuck, what was I talking about? Shit. Oh yeah, I didn't watch Kai when it originally came out, and I didn't watch it as it was quote unquote originally intended. I found a version of Kai that was edited by fans to have the Bruce Falconer soundtrack. So, and it's a really good edit. It's very well done. So, because as I just prefer the Falconer soundtrack for Dragon Ball Z. I know that makes me a heretic in the eyes of many, but it's just how I grew up with the show. Ouch.
It'd be like that.
Yep. Sometimes it really be like that, though.
Heathen!
Burn the witch!
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
You can't prove I'm a whole witch.
Got a duck.
Now, the version of Kai that I found that has, like, the Falconer soundtrack, it also has, like, extra audio tracks that include both the Kenji Yamamoto very plagiarized soundtrack, and the Kikuchi score they went to after they fired Yamamoto. But yeah, I just prefer the Falconer soundtrack. I just like how, because it was developed after like all the animation was done, they were able to compose each track to like time with like the fights and the music. And I also like the different themes. Like Vegeta's theme songs throughout the Falconer soundtrack are just 100% perfect. Every single Vegeta theme throughout the series just screams Prince of All Saiyans. Like, and I can't watch Super Saiyan Vegeta fucking things up without that piano. Just can't.
Nice.
But yeah, I will agree that sometimes the soundtrack is overbearing in the original Falconer release, and they actually made it worse with the orange boxes. Oh my god. And yeah, the orange boxes are bad. I did collect those as a kid. I have grown out of that sickness. I'm better now. Yeah, the orange boxes are terrible. They crop the 4x3 into 16:9 and then claim it's how it was originally intended.
Oh, good. One of those.
It's bad. It pisses. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't know any better.
Right.
Now I do, and it
now
pisses me off.
Now you're wise. Yes.
But
keep talking about Dragon Ball. I'm gonna go get some more water.
all right. Fortunately, there is a light in the darkness. That light in the darkness is the Seed of Might, which Right now, they haven't completed the project. You can still get, like, basically Dragon Box footage with, like, original broadcast audio of both the Funimation dub and also, I think I don't know if they've completed the broadcast audio for the Japanese dub, but you can still watch them with the Japanese dub. But, they are working on color correcting the full series, and I think they've actually finished like OG Dragon Ball, so you can get like the full run of Dragon Ball, like all the way from like Goku meeting Bulma to the World Martial Arts Tournament with King Piccolo. Like, you can get that whole thing properly color corrected to the original broadcast audio, like everything. And I still need to get the OG Dragon Ball, but I did get Dragon Ball Z, even though they haven't finished color correcting it, but they just have it with, like, the proper 4x3 footage and the actual original broadcast audio, and it's revelatory. It's wonderful. It's so much better that I literally just deleted all the rips I had made of the orange boxes off my computer. I was just like, well, I don't need these anymore. Get them out of here. They're gone. But it's also fun because they also have like edited versions of the original Ocean dub for like the Ocean run. Which, you know, is weird, because the Ocean dub did do a lot of cuts, so whenever those happened, like, the audio goes a bit funny. But, you know, it is what it is. We make do with what we can. But yeah, Seed of Might. I'm definitely looking forward to when they finish Dragon Ball Z. Do we plan to two-part or single-part AM2R? That is a good question, because it isn't a very long game, but you'll notice that, like, my playtime for that 100% file was 420. Nice. We'll see. We might two-part it, because we are coming up on the 3-hour mark, and I don't want to take too long. Honestly, I'd be happy with the Japanese-only version of Seed of Might to lessen the file size. I don't really watch the English dub anymore. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I like having the options. I think the best Dragon Ball dub is the one that you like the most. Now that said, I haven't watched Super, mostly because I really liked Battle of the Gods, and I thought Battle of Gods was like just a really nice way to send off the franchise overall. And I watched Resurrection F in theaters, like, cause like, oh my god, Frieza's back, Frieza, and I just gotta say, Resurrection F was pretty mid. Especially because they had the perfect opportunity to let Vegeta actually be the hero. And then they said, lol, nope, Goku actually. And, like, how about Daima? I haven't seen Daima. I also haven't heard a lot of... Yeah, I also haven't heard a lot about Daima. Other than, like, they kind of messed up promoting it or something like that. But yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen, like, any, like, opinions on it or anything. But yeah, Super, the whole concept of Super just being like, you know, oh yeah, Goku's gonna get stronger than Beerus, even though the whole point of Battle of Gods was like, you're not gonna get that strong, my guy. It just
Relax.
Frustrated me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got power bombs.
Oh yeah.
I'm guessing using them here will be fine. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's bad, actually.
Why did you do that?
'Cause I had to! The game told me!
Oh.
So, the original Metroid 2
You
doesn't...
fool!
The original Metroid 2 doesn't have an escape sequence. Granted, it wasn't exactly... It wasn't a tradition by then, because it was only the second game, but, you know, AM2R? Let's add an escape sequence. It's fun. Now, you don't have a traditional... Whoa!
Oh my god!
Giant enemy
You were
burn
saying?
tank! So the timer in this case is represented by that power cell temperature meter as opposed to an actual, like, you know, minutes and seconds thing. And there's a reason for that.
Uh-huh.
Which you'll see as we progress. I did it, I won.
Won! Killed the bird, I won the money.
Oh, the power cell temperature went up really fast there for a second. That's weird. I think these guys are playing tricks. Oh man, I gotta go fast to get through there.
Alright.
Come on, go faster!
Yeah. This is some bullshit. I'm stressing out. Samus the Hedgehog.
Look,
I thought you weren't supposed to use elevators in case of emergency.
Look, if they added shine sparking to a Sonic game, I would love that very much.
Move.
I think we got this. I think we can make it. Oh my god!
Jesus!
Yep. There we go. I gotta get out of here! Come on, open faster!
This is some bullshit!
Ah!
Now, I beg your pardon.
Ow! Owie! That hurt a lot.
That shit hurted.
My
Everything's all
whole
charred and nasty.
My whole entire body is on fire now.
Correction, your body is charred.
This is a whole different kind
Yay,
of thing.
liar, liar soundboard. Not a liar, liar soundboard. I have one sound from liar, liar being...
Owie! Well, that explosion revealed that energy tank, so that's good.
That's good. At least we have that going for us. Ooh, my balls.
So yeah, the reason they went with a core temperature meter as opposed to like the traditional timer is so they can cheat and make it explode right at the very end.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cheeky.
Yes.
But it makes for a fun sequence, and I like them having a tank fight. That's pretty fun.
What an asshole!
Oh, I don't got any power bombs though.
Oh.
I gotta go get some. Hang on. There's a save station right here I can recharge.
Doink.
There we go.
Recharge and all good. Gets hit immediately by enemy.
God damn it!
Now, power bombs weren't in the original Metroid 2. And, well, neither was the speed booster, but I didn't really mention that earlier. Kind of the big thing about power bombs in the Metroid games is that you mostly use them to find more power bombs, usually.
Right.
Which is why, like, even though they were in Prime 1 and 2, Prime 3 got rid of them, just because, like, they just didn't really fit into the game anymore. Let's see. Whee. Oh, hang on. Gotta use the big guns. Explosions. What kind of Metroid game is this? A good one.
Damn.
What's over here? Ooh, this place. 8 Metroids? That's a lot. That's a lot of Metroids. Now, we've run past quite a few of these guys here. You might be wondering what they're all about.
Right.
They're essentially platforms to use for challenge runs. So if you're trying to like get through the game without using like the high jump or the spider ball or stuff like that, that's what those guys are there for.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Mostly useful in the randomizer, because this game does have a randomizer built into it as well, which is pretty cool.
Nice. Love to see it.
Yeah. Oh boy. Underwater sections. Ugh. These are always fun. Helps reduce the odds of a soft lock, I suppose. Yeah, basically. When's our Metroid 2 randomizer bingo stream?
What's that over there?
Look! A distraction!
Huh?
Can't get past that. Buzz, look at alien!
Where?
Ah!
Ha!
I've never-
Ha! 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 Ha!
I've never done a randomizer run of any game. I think I've only do one of Kingdom Hearts 2 if I were to ever do one. I've done a randomizer of Kingdom Hearts 2. I even did a multi-world randomizer of Kingdom Hearts 2. It's very fun.
Very fun indeed.
I would recommend it.
Love to see it.
Ooh. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts 2, I'm really looking forward to when eventually Nobody May Cry gets finished, because that looks fun as hell.
Explain to the people what that is.
So Nobody May Cry, which does have a beta that you can play right now, but it's basically a modded emulator that changes the combat to be more like Devil May Cry. So it's like stylistic and all that kind of thing. It also has like a ranking system for the combat. And you also play as Roxas throughout the whole game. And you even get like new transformations for him and everything. Ooh. It's a lot of fun. And I can't wait for it to be finished.
Hell yeah.
Randomizers are perfect for the games you play to the point where there's no replayability left. But the whole reason for that is how much you love the game. Exactly.
Exactly.
Ocarina of Time randomizers actually kind of like helps rekindle how much I really like Ocarina of Time.
Yes. That, and also, the whole live stream during that whole randomizer was an experience.
Yeah. Malon, why are you giving me a knife and telling me to find your dad?
Wait, what?
I want you to kill him.
I just want to play the games with Japanese audio, but Square and Disney won't let me.
Can you still not change the audio on the HD re-releases that are on Steam right now?
Of that, I am unsure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can mod them in, at least.
Not without a mod. There you go.
Damn. That is kind of lame.
A bummer. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Because I know, shoot. Like, before they officially got released on Steam, I actually had, like, a modded copy of the PS2 version of Final Mix that, instead of, that, like, switched one of the options for, I think, specifically, it changed the vibration on-off function into a English-Japanese audio function. Which was neat. I will say this. I do kind of wish... I need to find a way. I need to find a mod that works with the Steam version of the game that changes Roxas's voice in Kingdom Hearts 2 back to Roxas's voice from Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't like the fact that they replaced all his voice clips with Ven. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's... I don't like that. Those are technically two different characters.
They're two different characters, and they're very different vibes, too. Like, I get that, like, I don't know, Jesse McCartney has gotten better at acting or whatever, but, like, he did just fine in the original release of Kingdom Hearts 2, if I'm being honest.
Or something.
Yep. He did just fine
Give me
in
back
the original
Jesse
version.
McCartney, damn it! Different characters, not related at all to each other.
Well, technically, if you think about it, they're kind of... I like the Roxas prologue in Cage too, and I always hear people hating on it. I feel like the narrative has changed around that, because I'm sure a lot of people hated it at first, because like, oh, I want to play Sora, who's this guy?
Where's Dora? Who's this blonde-headed shithead?
But now everybody knows that Roxas kicks ass.
Yes.
So, like, don't worry, everyone is either Sora or Xehanort.
Fuck.
Zoranort.
No, that's what they wanted.
Oh, no.
Prologue isn't bad, it's just long and some people want to get to the meat of the game. Yeah, I'm of the mentality that believes that the prologue is just a smidge too long.
Yeah. Although, like, I'll admit, I only learned recently that you don't actually have to do all the jobs if you don't want to.
But
you can just skip that entirely. You don't get ability points, but like, if you want to just say, nah, fuck you, Hainer, you get all the money. Hainer will get all the money for you. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Narrative definitely changed amongst Cage fans, but those who didn't grow up with it still hate it. There's a mod called Refixed or Refined that plans on allowing you to skip the prologue. If the prologue was just a cutscene, fine. Like, if that's what it's the Refined or Refixed does, sure. But I do genuinely think that there are fun gameplay and narrative elements that happen in the prologue that are fun to, like, see how they work through.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Including Japanese audio.
So you do want to be careful when you're near these things, because if you shoot them and you're in the explosion radius, you won't take damage, but it will disable your arm cannon for a little while. Which ain't great, because this guy's stomping around. And his projectiles can set them off too.
Damn. Pete's invincible!
Tough luck, kids!
I'm the Watcher.
Jesus.
God. Also, I've been going on a binge watching some of the previous VOD stuff and clips and all that jazz, and one of the clips I recently came back up to is Oni-chan!
Oh no! Fucking Anime Pete. Ah! Explosions everywhere!
Jesus. I thought I was finally free, EBZ. How dare those words come from you? What? What's the problem? Oh god! I will never regret starting that Anime Pete joke.
We know. There we go.
Ooh, Mickey-kun! Stop! And there's Luna, okay.
Luna, you drew it!
We pinned it! You gave us a masterpiece. Listen! Fucker frickin' just fucker tiff! I stand corrected. How dare. I sense Luna had to swap through like 4 windows to tell you, just pushing applications to the side.
I gotta tell him he's a fucker!
Oh, you're splatooning? Okay.
Oh.
Means you type that out with one hand.
The Splatfest can wait, I gotta tell him he's a bitch!
Fuckatash.
Goddamn. Ouch.
But something I just powered through the entire VOD of the Misadventures of Tron Bon.
Yes.
I truly forgot that I did, in fact, voice almost every single surf bot. And yes, getting back to the the judo flip sequence.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Cause like I didn't know what to expect. Like I don't know if I could have expected it. Jesus.
Yes, Pixel Grip. We've played Legends, Tron Bon, and Legends 2. All 3 of the games were recommendations from me, as they were games from my childhood, and I'm extremely happy that like outside of Red, and like maybe 2 people, almost nobody knew anything about any of those games whatsoever. Kirby knew of them, but didn't know much about them.
Like, the most I knew about them was a Chip Cheesem LP that I had almost completely forgotten.
Pixel, okay, got it. Yeah, no, it was just, yeah, those games just have such a fun place in my heart, and it was just so fun to have it be a circumstance where people got to see how completely batshit those games are.
What's the holdup, Tron? If you don't hurry, the pizza's gonna be all gone!
There won't be any pizza left. What are you doing here? The fucking quiz. No, not the quiz. Not the quiz, high or low. Because the quiz from Legends 2, high or low from Tron Bon, and then I'm trying to think, like, what was the dog kicking game from Legends 1.
Who did this? Why would you do this? Do a special.
Oh. You gotta kick the small dog into the glowing dog for more points. Why?
Hey!
Screw attack.
Yeah! We picked up the game logo. Now we're balling.
Look at those effects. Holy shit.
Look at her go.
Oh shit, she ballin'. Precisely. But yeah, I powered through Tron Bonn, and now I'm currently restarting my run through. I put them on at work, just as a fun thing to listen to in the background, and it's because God, it's so funny. These games are just so much fun.
They're good. They're fantastic games.
Can't believe how much of perv Klonoa is. Can't believe how much of a perv Mega Man Volnut is.
Miss Tron, your clothes, they kind of,
They kinda got ripped off. Actually, they're kinda, gone. What? Oh!
Tat!
Oh my god! How many Metroids are in
Jesus.
here? Jesus!
8!
5!
Maybe? Ah! No, don't remind me of that! I hope you don't grab me. Stop making it weird, Tat! God! Ah, Japan. Jesus. Ah.
Thank goodness it was only 5 alphas. If it had been 5 zetas, that would have been a problem.
Yeah.
Metroid's
Metroid's heard us talking about Legends.
Oh my god, we love Legends! It's such a good game! What?
I'm a fan. Ah!
You're a Metroid, how are you a fan?
Same universe, believe it or not.
Oh my god. Let's see, let's look at this map, see where I gotta go.
When was the last time we visited Earth
Earth.
in the Metroid series?
Never.
So, there you go. The Mega Man series is what's happening back on Earth while Samus is out bounty hunting in space.
Oh my god. Where in the timeline?
Given the technology and whatnot, I would say that this is Samus's adventures are happening at the same time as like Mega Man X.
Oh, okay. Ah, so the cataclysm has happened. Got it.
Yes.
So Earth ain't exactly in a good way.
No.
Ah.
That's
so,
why we in space.
Y'all may be wondering what exactly this room is. Well, this is the fast travel system.
Oh.
So if you look here, you can kind of see a symbol on here. If we jump in, doesn't Samus train on Earth another room in a cutscene or something? We don't talk about that.
That didn't happen.
We're all the way back in the Golden Temple.
Ooh.
And
it's gold, Jerry. Gold!
Yep. Yeah. There we go. And in fact, the distribution center that we were in, by activating a particular like mechanic there, it's added these energy orbs to a bunch of previous areas in the game. And now we got a bunch of puzzles where we gotta bounce them around using missiles and bombs to try to get them to their receivers.
Oh, Lord.
Which, where did it go?
I think it despawned.
Yep, so... Yeah, if it falls out of the room, it despawns and you gotta leave the room and...
Come back.
Yep. And of course you want to be extra careful you don't shoot it with your beams, because that'll make it explode. You gotta use concussive weaponry to bounce it around, which... Oops.
funny story. The M in Other M is short for something. The full title of the game is Other Motherfucker. Do not bring this game back up. It doesn't exist. Other Motherfucker.
I like that. Here we go. There
Oh
we
god,
go.
we're playing Plinko?
Yep. Oh, no you don't. No you don't, no you don't. Get your ass over there. There we go.
Thank god.
Anyway, that activates this door. I've not even
Not
played
even
Other
played
M.
that other. Just know
Just
how
know.
awful it is.
It's bad. It's not good.
We watched the movie.
It's the fact that they actually call it Other M the movie as well. It pisses me
Hilarious.
off.
That shit is the funniest goddamn thing. It's so dumb.
Oops. Well, I hope you like Shine Shark.
the-
Shine Spark puzzles.
Shine Sharks, yes. It's the best Metroid game at being terrible.
True. Oh. And yes, this game has ball sparking as well.
Nice. Other M is a poorly licensed, incredibly inaccurate documentary game and universe.
You know what? If you told me that the real story of Other M was Federation propaganda to, like, besmirch Samus's name, that would work. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that retcon.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
They tried to, like, humanize Samus by making her seem like less of the badass that she is. Actually, which is better, Other M or Federation Force?
Federation Force. It's not even a contest.
Like, like, I feel like you and I have talked about this, and I think we may have highlighted on a bit of it last year during March of Metroid.
Yeah.
Federation Force feels like one of those games that it got shit on so hard that people did not even remotely give it a chance.
It is definitely a case of it came out at the wrong time. The wrongest possible time. And also, kind of also on the wrong system. Because
3DS?
an online multiplayer co-op shooter for the 3DS was certainly a choice they made. Oh, here's a new mechanic. These walls, they disable your arm cannon and also probably make the stream not great. Wrongest possible time in what way? So, Federation Force came out at a low point in the Metroid series because the previous game had been Other M and the series went dark after that. And what people were wanting was a new Metroid game that was like more in line with the good ones.
Figures.
So announcing Federation Force, a co-op multiplayer shooter with a very different art style than most people would associate with the series. It was a choice that they made. That's really about all I can say about it. They made a choice, and I don't think it was a good one.
Right.
Now, the developers of Federation Force, let's see, I think it was Next Level Games. They did what they could.
Right.
And they are very good developers. I mean, they created the Luigi's Mansion 2, Luigi's Mansion 3,
Hello?
Get orbed.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
Oh,
gravity
that
suit.
was cool as hell.
Yeah.
Orbital.
So, gravity suit with blue highlights, which looks fantastic. But I also love, you can see, that looks like a Chozo-shaped armor suit in there. And it has 2 arm cannons.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Time for Adam to authorize. It also protects you from these static areas. But anyway, so yeah, it's just like Federation Force isn't a bad game. It's just it's not a Metroid game. Like it's not really a Metroidvania. And like it just came out at the wrongest possible time because people wanted a new real Metroid game and they got that instead.
Yeah. It's a bummer because
Yeah.
And again, people they dogpiled on Federation Force without again not even remotely giving it a chance. I'm not saying that like it was a hidden gem or anything, but like there were a lot of people who openly said that like yeah, if you were able to play with like 3 other friends including yourself, apparently people were just like no, the game's actually really fun. It's just people just needed to shit on it, I guess.
I think also the problem is it kind of had that feeling of a different project that got pivoted to Metroid because somebody said
Reskin.
like, oh, yeah, the Star Fox Adventures effect.
Yeah,
where
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So rather than create this new multiplayer shooter IP, because I don't know, I can't remember if Federation Force was before or after, like, the original Splatoon.
I'll check. Federation Force. Federation Force was 2016, and Splatoon... The original Splatoon was 2015, so it was a year later.
Okay. So... yeah.
Woof. So here's a question then for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel, and the only reason why I feel like I did ask this question before, but I think it is worth repeating now that it's been a year later. Do you think that Federation Force could effectively get an HD remake a la Luigi's Mansion 2?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Mostly because it wasn't very successful.
No.
And, like, it's something that you just kind of have to accept as a fan of the Metroid series, is that it's not considered one of Nintendo's core series. Even though, like, in America, it really was, for, like, the GameCube and Wii era, like, the third pillar.
The thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's not how Nintendo sees it.
Yeah. Are y'all Star Fox Zero sympathizers? No, but we are Assault religious folk.
Yeah, we would like to introduce you to the Assault religion.
Allow us to introduce ourselves. Assault fans in chat.
Have you heard about the Aparoid Savior?
Oh my god. Eat this, you fucking space egg.
Have you let Panther in your life?
T for titty.
So, I got to experience Star Fox Zero once.
And that was it. That's the whole tweet.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
'Cause, my god, it's just bad. Like, and it sucks. 'Cause, like, when I heard, like, Platinum Games were making a fucking Star Fox game, I was like, hell yes, I want this. Because they've had, like, Star Fox sections in, like, a bunch of their games. They literally have a Star Fox section in Bayonetta 2. If you, like, wear the Star Fox outfit, the plane literally turns into an R-Wing for that whole section. and it's great. It plays exactly like Star Fox 64. So I was like, yes, all right, Platinum Games are making a Star Fox game. It's gonna be good. And then it was Star Fox Zero.
Yeah. That is just... It was just so unfortunate. You know, the saddest part about Star Fox Zero, the best part about it was the animated short film that they put out as a promotion.
It really was, yeah.
Like, granted, we are people who will all collectively scream our heads off if Star Fox Assault HD ever comes to fruition.
Oh, hell yeah, with online multiplayer, give me that.
Like, we'll call it a work.
Yep.
No, I gotta go home.
I'll go to my boss again. Boss, I gotta go home.
I gotta go home.
Wait,
I got
there's
the fever.
no choice.
Sorry,
So
I've I don't know. He said something about assault, and I'm worried. Should I call somebody? No, it's fine.
It's gonna be a-okay.
No. Don't worry about it.
I feel so bad for Star Fox. Keeps getting the short end of the stick. Yeah, I am glad they did release Star Fox 2. Because, like, that game was, like, literally finished. And it's also really good. Like,
yeah.
For a Super Nintendo 3D space shooter, it's astonishing how good it is. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a lot of fun.
It's fun because, again, you know, Lord knows you and I have talked about this at length about how, like, there is so much goddamn potential in the Star Fox series, just in totality.
There really is.
And we want to see more of it, for the love of God. Come here. Do not give us 64 again.
Again.
It's had its time. We had fun. We had lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But just give us something else, please.
Heard that Star Fox and Metroid are similar in how Nintendo really doesn't know what to do with them for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, it flips. It's a constant, like, toss-up in terms of, like, should we do something with this?
Like, I appreciate that Nintendo is really focused on wanting to create, like, new experiences a lot of the time. And it's resulted in a lot of really fun and really good games. But at the same time, that idea that we have to do something new, like,
can really shoot you in the foot.
Like F-Zero.
Hello.
Yeah. Give us Star Fox Adventures again. Instead, HD Crystal for all the furries, like Kirby. Okay.
First off, nah.
Hello, I'm Ace.
Yeah. He's, like... I'm more likely to have that happen, but even then, I already got somebody in my life, so I'm good.
Secondly, just Stairfax temperatures, it's not great. It's kind of bad.
Oh, hello! Ew!
Oh, yeah! Check it out! It's Ceres!
Ew. Who?
So, this was a boss fight in Fusion. Ceres, like, an aquatic super speed monster thing that the X absorbed and, like, turned into. And in fact, the music here is like a remix of his fight music from Metroid Fusion. But Ceres wasn't originally in Metroid 2. This is actually an entirely new boss fight they created for AM2R. They just decided, hey, let's throw Ceres in.
Sure.
Because, like, there's nothing that says Ceres is native to SR388 in Metroid Fusion. He's just on the same boat.
Right. Just happened to be
Basically.
here, really.
Yeah.
Also, it's okay, honey. Crystal's pretty. We could look at her together. Thanks, honey. Thank you, Zed. I appreciate it. I'll leave that to you.
Now, I will say this. Crystal is a good character, actually.
Yes. When structured properly.
Yeah, i.e. Star Fox Assault, not Star Fox
that's
Command.
No. Not the game she came from, and not the last game she was in.
Yep.
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Crystal in Assault is a great character because she's just like, yeah, let's fuck everybody up!
So, whoa, hold, wait, what? I recall the story of Miyamoto asking Rare to make her hotter.
Why would
You might need to
Miyamoto
provide
do
a source
this?
on that. Yeah. Might need to
I
provide
do-
a source on that one.
I do know that Nintendo did ask the developers of Bayonetta 2 to make Bayonetta's Link outfit hotter.
Sure.
Like, because, like, Platinum Games were like, okay, we want to make a respectful Link outfit. We're going to make a nice Link outfit. We're not going to make it too, you know, outrageous and all
Risque.
that. Yeah, and then they sent it to Nintendo, and Nintendo was just like, but it's Bayonetta. Isn't she
Where are
into
the
that
movies?
Isn't she into that kind of thing? And then Platinum were like, oh, they really are
So
letting
it's-
us do whatever we want.
It's okay. Zelda's a game about opening chests! Let the girls free! Open the chest! Oh, he's dead.
He's
Oops.
dead now. I do really
He's dead now?
He's dead now. I do really like the Nintendo outfits in Bayonetta 1 and 2. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like the Peach and Daisy outfits making the Wicked Weaves Bowser's limbs. That's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are probably the next save point I find. We're actually gonna call it a night because it is getting. The stream
We've been
has
going for
on.
a bit.
Yep. Oh God. Hang
Oops.
on. Gotta kill 2 gammas real quick.
Hello? Help? We've been going for nearly 3.5 hours.
Yep. That's what happens when we get into these Metroid games.
Because we talk
just-
about Metroid, but we also talk about everything else.
Literally, yeah. Ooh, there we go.
If we finish early next time, will we pivot to Dread?
In the same stream, probably not.
Yeah. Wikipedia. Rare Staff had originally considered removing Crystal from the transition from Dinosaur Planet, but Nintendo, specifically Tayaka Minora, requested her to remain in game, as it would be a waste of scrap to even assisted the stations more sexualized, revealing design, Dinosaur Planet. Imamura, he's looking at sex appeal. Wanted to add sex appeal to the Star Fox franchise, as Miyamoto wanted the series to have mature elements as possible. All right.
I want people to want to fuck the Blue Fox lady.
I mean, listen, man. Star Fox 2 had two babes.
Miyamoto's the secret for.
Miyamoto's. I mean, would anybody on the planet be surprised?
Genuinely
Would anybody even care?
No.
I think everybody would just be like, all right. I'm pretty sure people, if they announced that on live television broadcast all around the world, every single person who like would be holding a drink would just sort of like raise a glass and just be like, all right.
I'm glad he's honest with himself. I'm glad he actualized.
Yeah. That is my favorite term.
Bring it back.
Oh my god, we're bringing it back. Halo is too successful.
Your space franchise more for sure. But sir, how? Sexy fucks. I mean, if they decided to make Crystal hotter because of Cortana, that's hilarious. But also,
I mean,
like, I've been seeing on Blue Sky that like somebody modded Bunlith into Halo as Cortana, which is very funny. Bunlith being the developer of Nightmare Cart.
Yes, I did see that.
That won the Woke Game Awards.
Yes, I did see that. Also, I did see the thing that I think it was Ami who posted it the other day of people already lightning fast with the Sonic Unleashed mods, and somebody already added a chibi Hatsune Miku to replace Chip.
Yep. Chipsune Miku.
Good God, man. Really? Holy shit. I love her so much.
Role model.
Well, all right.
Yeah. AM2R.
think-
Let's see, yeah. 2 hours, 44 minutes. So we're about halfway through the game based on my epic 420 time. I also appreciate that the timer is actually paused while I'm sitting here on top of the save point. That's nice. I like that.
Why? I'm imagining what's the guy's name from Return of Jafar? Abby's Mall, when he's like underwater talking to Would you like to go back to Agrabah?
I believe the time pausing is called cheating. That's right,
What?
we're gonna cheat!
Oh no!
So yeah. Next week, we're probably gonna finish up AM2R, and then week after that, we're gonna be moving on to Metroid Dread.
Sick. You know what the crazy part is?
What?
Because we started this way in March, we have 5 weeks of Metroid.
Oh, yeah. Dread will
Just
probably
another
last
Metroid 2.
3 weeks.
We'll see.
We'll see.
100% run.
I mean, yeah, that's what I did when it came
You
out.
could, couldn't you?
I could. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Hopefully y'all had a wonderful time, and we'll see y'all next week for another Metroid 2 remake.
Later!